Hello, everyone, and welcome to not another episode of Hijinks and Handlebars, but woo!
Oh yeah, woo!
Woo! Yeah. So welcome to as we are calling it, Hiatus and Handlebars. So
And take credit. Take credit, Spencer. Take credit.
Yay! This was me. This was all me. What am I taking credit for?
For the name Hiatus and Handlebars.
And that was me. I am brilliant.
Yeah.
You're welcome, world. So tonight we will be playing a game called Dungeon World. It's very fun. It is the Powered by the Apocalypse Systems approach to a classic fantasy setting. I will be your GM tonight, Spencer LaBelle, they, them, or he, him. And why don't we go around and introduce ourselves?
I am Jonas Newhouse, he, him, and I am playing tonight Dowser, the Salamander, he, him.
I am Sam Richardson, he, him, and I'm going to be playing Brant the Elf, also he, him.
I am Franny. I'm going to be playing an elf druid named Pocket, and we are both she, her.
I'm William, they, them, and I am playing an elf ranger named Shade. Also they, them.
Hell yeah. So before we dive into things, Dungeon World is a very flexible system, and if this were like a home one-shot and we had, say, like, I don't know, a 4-hour window, I think I would treat character creation as part of that, and based off of the choices that come out of character creation, you can get everything you need to have a whole campaign and adventure set up. But because we are kind of in a more expedited time frame, we've prepared some things today. So why don't we've essentially come up with our characters. We have an idea for what the premise is, but the last stage of character creation I wanted to do on stream, just so we could kind of introduce our characters on a slightly deeper level to one another, which would be our bonds, which bonds in Dungeon World are essentially a way to identify how characters connect, you know? So it's like, oh, so-and-so is more likely to run at the sight of danger and is a liability to the party, and so-and-so is a true and noble friend, and I would die for them, you know, which kind of understands how everyone feels about them. Bonds also being if you were to continue running a game, bonds are kind of one of the ways that characters can develop experiences as they resolve their bonds. But I'm just going to open this to the table if anyone wants to start sharing.
I mean, we all have pretty fleshed out, so why don't we go, Jonas?
Cool.
The way we introduced ourselves, I think that's...
Just describing the characters.
Yeah. Give us a little bit of a visual description.
So Dowser is a salamander, which I didn't read what the book thinks that is, but I've decided that they are like lizard people, basically. It looks. I imagine like a red version of the Geico Gecko, but like Yoshi red. So not this red. This is just, I don't own a lot of red because I own a lot of blue.
Is it like that red?
More like Sam's red, but even I would say more like that backpack probably. But
oh yeah,
like that kind of red. So bright red, very warm a lot of the time. A little under 2 feet tall, which is small for a salamander. The salamanders maybe aren't huge. And he is an immolator, Dowser is, which is basically a pyromancer, a fire whisperer. But his main weapon is called a burning brand, which is a weapon of flame. And the way that I've chosen to sort of skin that, I guess, is that he conjures a large version of him made of fire, kind of like a fire mech that exists on and near his body that he sort of fights with. So that's how he'll be doing that. And he's small and nice and was in a dungeon before he met these adventurers, and now he's one of them.
How about some of our bonds?
Bonds! So the first bond I have is blank has felt the hellish touch of fire, now they know my strength. Which is a little intense, maybe a little uncharacteristically intense for Dowser, but he is, one with fire, which is powerful and dangerous.
And this also is less of I decide this about you, because this can be a very open, and this is why often it's very fun to have character creation be very much part of the game, because it's like having that conversation to be like, oh, I see an opportunity, and my character was the one who has experienced that flame, I'm the one who picked you up for the first time and still have the slight scars to prove it.
Actually, before we dip into bonds, can I get the description for every character really quick?
Sure. I like that. Yeah.
Because then it might come to one of us oh, that makes sense for your character, Sam.
Good call.
Yeah.
So Brant used to be a fisherman on the coast of whatever world we currently are in.
Of Dungeon.
Sam,
Yes.
where? The coast of where?
New house land.
No. It's going to be called Scorch.
Cool. Coast of Scourge.
Dowser's home.
Dowser's own, baby.
He used to be a fisherman off the coast, just sort of doing his thing. When one day he was out on his boat, kind of doing his, I don't know, rounds, I suppose, and happened to
Just
catch...
patrolling the waters.
Yeah.
Any fish? All right. How's your work?
Good. Keep going.
I'll be back for you.
Keep swimming. When he happened to catch a merfolk, and sort of like reeled them up from the bottom of the sea. And when the merfolk broke the surface, they cursed him. And that curse, they essentially said, was to make his body like the implement that he had used to catch this merfolk forever. So his arms became extremely elongated, and his fists became like the size of, I think we said barrels? Roughly barrels. And he has fish
Huge
hooks.
tag.
Huge tag. And he has fish hooks embedded throughout his hands. So really not pleasant. Not a super pleasant character. Ever since then, he had to give up his life as a fisherman after that, and he has sort of become a resident like enforcer or just like heavy man to come fuck up things that need to be fucked up.
Oh, I'll quickly insert this because this is a relevant detail. So, how our party has come together, and often, and I like this about Powered by the Apocalypse, is that your heroes don't necessarily need to be friends, but they do need to work together. And this working relationship is because our cast today are the crew of a privately owned and operated airship, and they are the ground team for all sorts of miscellaneous adventuring adventures.
Great.
So Pocket is a elf druid, and she's 16 at the present time, and she was born and then abandoned in the forest. I won't give that part away until momentarily you'll find out why. And that's all she's known. All she's known is the forest, the animals. That's why she has such a deep connection with everything forest related. She was found and then brought up by a bear, and who just became a mother figure for her. I will say I took a lot of inspiration from Princess Mononoke.
Okay.
So, if you see that visual, that's kind of the same, because she has very short, kind of unruly hair. She was born blind. I think that's important to note. So all of her other senses are super heightened. What else can I tell you?
Is she cool?
Whatever you want. Is she cool?
Oh, she's neutral good.
Okay. Cool.
Which I know is taking both of those, but because for the most part, it's she's not. Her instinct isn't to be I want to help you. It'll just a lot of it is just observing and being okay, but I'm sure the more time she spends with this group,
everyone just is neutral good usually. Yeah.
I'll actually make a quick slide blurb about how alignment kind of is in a game like Dungeon World, because it's I'm actually just going to pull, since you have this sheet, this is a sample of the cleric playbook, so they just give a couple examples of good, lawful, evil, or neutral, and just kind of a sample of what that is, so good meaning endangering yourself to heal another, or lawful meaning endanger yourself to follow the precepts of your church or God above all else, you know? So it's kind of like a guiding principle. And I'll be honest, I didn't look too much at that, but I'm also pretty sure following alignment is, again, since this is just going to be a one-shot, we're kind of disregarding a lot of the elements about accruing experience and, you know, massing amounts of treasure and how do we, you know, how much loot can we carry, you know, how many nails are not nailed down. But just a kind of a guiding point, you know, an alignment kind of gives a quick, you know, one-sentence principle that kind of creates a point of guidance for how this character is played. But
yeah, I never play alignments ever. I mean, like, after I play like a few sessions, then I like discover my alignment, but I never go like, this is my character's alignment and this is how I'm going to play, because it often is not. I've tried to play lawful good before. Impossible. If you figured it out, let me know. Most of the time, I just end up being like annoyed with myself, or I find myself playing against the party way too much, and I'm like, lawful good sucks.
Good people.
Unless you have a good time doing it, in which case it does not suck. How do you have more?
I think that was it. Oh, just for a visual as well. Roots. I have just like roots kind of covering this like area.
Like placed there or growing from your head?
Let's say growing.
I mean, you're a druid.
Yeah. Yeah, growing.
Yeah. Cool. So like I said before, my character is Shade. I am an elf ranger, they, them again, and also 16, also short, matted black hair. And you might be wondering, wow, that's a similar description. Well, we're twins. Yeah, that's right. So Pocket and Shade are twins. Pocket was abandoned shortly after their birth. I think the backstory we have for it is that Pocket was born female, and so our parents ditched her. And then like I grew up, and my character came out as non-binary at around 11, and then our parents were like, get out. So then Shade... Because
are we saying our parents are of nobility or something?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so then Shade ran into the woods, encountered Mama Bear, the bear parent, the Barent, as it were, and and then I don't think Shade was born Shade. Shade is an acquired name. It is their name now, but it became that, I think, through finding and rekindling like a relationship with their sibling that they had lost since birth. So that's like essentially where we are. So since 11, so for the past 5 years, Shade and Pocket have been living together with the bear parent.
The Barent.
Yes, that's a good name for it. The Barent. And yeah, basically just like a hunter, like really ratty clothes. She's probably still like wearing the exact same outfit, just like torn and like ripped apart and like re-sewn together and like washed over and over again from like the day that they like picture someone you know how in the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, Miles Morales has the spider suit that does not fit. That's like what's going on.
Gotcha.
Because Shade hit a growth spurt at one point, and they are just like they're still wearing those like noble clothes that look really bad, but it's like they're like too short. Yeah, so that's basically that. Oh, also I did take a deity. I took a deity. It is a bear god.
Okay.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah. Because you get in this game, you get to. It says when you take a deity, dedicate yourself to a deity, name a new one, or choose one that's already been established. And I chose to name a new one.
And its name is Bear God.
Bear God. Oh, holy Bear God.
It has nothing to do with bears.
I do want to just note real quick, I forgot to mention it, I am playing the Fighter playbook.
Yes.
Cool. And that should be about it, really.
Yeah.
One thing, as the immolator, you have like marks of your sacrifice to the fire. So I just imagine Dowser has like parts of him that are more red and more hot, where he has sacrificed skin to the fire and replaced it with flesh made of fire. So parts of him are going to be hotter and more.
Kind of like, I'm picturing almost like where you you, if you picture like the close-up of like the kind of bumpy model texture of scales, it's almost like you've shed those, and then it's just like bumpy model burning coals.
Yeah, that like kind of looks. I mean, if you're not paying attention, like the rest of his skin, but if you are paying attention, it is not.
And I did remember one last thing. I do have a familiar. It's basically our younger sibling. Her name is Hazelnut, and she is
Look this up.
a
Look this
rusty
up.
spotted cat.
Do look this up.
The smallest feral cat in the world.
Yeah, they're just a control.
Again, we're not kidding. You're watching this on the
Actually,
internet.
I haven't
Somehow,
looked at it
give yourself like
Rusty
20
spotted
seconds.
cat,
We'll stall for time. Rusty spotted cat. It's so cute. Again, that is Rusty spotted cat. Rusty spotted cat. How many times have you seen Rusty spotted
Wait, I
cat?
can.
bit.ly/Rusty spotted cat.
Whoa, what's up?
If
What?
you're trying to kill time, I can say because both of us can talk to animals.
Yes, we can both talk to animals.
Yes.
So cute, this cat is, and quite small.
It's very cute.
Okay.
Let us play Bond game.
All right.
Bond game. Cool. Yeah.
Let's bond.
Let's Bond.
Let's Bond, y'all.
So should we go back to who has felt the hellish touch of fire and now knows my strength?
Yeah.
Pocket.
So, yeah.
Pocket.
Pocket.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I think when we found you, maybe she just like went for you because you're like a creature.
Okay, because I literally was just like, there's one that says blank smells more like prey than a hunter, and I put Dowser.
That's great. So I would love if like
Because I
when
think
you
at first I thought maybe you could be food.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. I like the idea that like you just
looking
approach
like a
too fast
drumstick.
and Dowser just like turned and just like instinctually like fired up.
Flame on.
Yeah, flamed on, which is bad because one of my tags is dangerous. I like that. Cool. So pocket.
And then what's your next bond?
I will teach blank the true meaning of sacrifice. I would love if this was you.
Okay.
I would love if Dowser has this idea that you've never really understood sacrifice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because it's clearly not true.
Okay.
Although Dowser has an intelligence of 13, so like, is that realistic? Maybe,
No,
you know,
I
maybe he's lying.
love this because then I would like to make Dowser for one of my bonds is I worry about the ability of blank to survive in the dungeon, and I want to make it Dowser.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I think for Dowser, like, sacrifice is only sacrifice to the flame. Like, he's very, like, kind of single-minded with that, so, cool.
And again, this is all like entirely subjective. So there are any number of ways you can twist and turn and interpret these things.
Yeah, and you don't even need to fill them all in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you can leave some blank. That just means like for long running campaigns or whatever, you don't get experience for them. But they say like leave them blank until like in play you go, oh, that's that person. Yeah. Do you have more?
I have one more,
Okay.
a third one. I cast something into the fire for blank and still owe them their due. Which I interpreted this as like something of yours with the promise that it would manifest into something for you, because that's how my life has always worked.
Oh, okay.
That is my burns twice as bright, half as long advancement that I took. But
Cool.
I mean, you're the one person I don't have on here is
Yeah.
Shade, so it makes sense.
You're just throwing valuable objects into fires all the time.
Yeah.
You just can't.
How the immolator be?
What did I toss in?
A bear that I had from my childhood.
Like a teddy bear.
Yeah, like a teddy bear.
Christ.
like a teddy bear that I had when I ran away from home.
Cool. And I still owe you your due. Cool.
All right.
Cool. We have 3 elves in the party. So, open-ended question: what does that say about the world? Is this highly unusual that there are this many elves in one place, or are elves just like the dominant race of this world?
I think salamanders are the dominant race.
It is called Scourge.
It is called
Yeah.
Scourge.
I feel like elves maybe make up like a 50-50 with some other race.
I mean, yeah. If you want the real answer, I just didn't want to play a human.
Well, here's the thing.
Listen, I played an elf to min-max some stuff, so...
I mean, if over generations after each other decided they didn't want to play humans, eventually there wouldn't be humans, it would all be elves.
Yeah.
It's true. I think maybe elves being a majority race is a relatively new thing then. Like the last couple hundred years, it has just become mostly elves, whether through whether that's through like conquest or.
No, I think it's just unusual that there's 3 in one party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't think like we run into people and they're like, oh no, it smells.
Oh dear.
Or like vice versa. Like some elves are walking around, better clutch my fucking purse. Like, oh shit.
These fucking elves.
I mean, we have implied that there is elven nobility, but it's also like, what if this is like a complete subversion, and elves are just like how in human every fantasy setting is like the one thing they're good at is like populating and being versatile. You know, what if elves are that and just like
Elves just have a lot of
everywhere.
kids.
They just have like a lot of kids.
And they live a little longer.
They live a little
I don't know.
longer, yeah.
Yeah, they live a little long.
Elven families are just like notoriously large.
You got bonds?
I do have bonds. I would love to take blank is soft, but I will make them hard like me against one of you two. I think probably you.
Yeah, I'm probably softer than Pocket is.
Because I think just because I see you as nobility, like regardless of the years you've spent in the woods, I just am like.
Well,
oh,
I spent 11 years in nobility and 5 years in the wild.
Yeah.
So
What if you knew of them, like because of nobility, and so they were part of the royal family?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I see you wandering into this dungeon, and I'm like, they're gonna fucking die. They're gonna fucking die. Okay, cool. And then would it make sense? I want to leave. There's one that I have that I don't want to fill.
Cool.
Which is blank owes me their life, whether they admit it or not. I want that to come up in play.
If it does, yeah.
If it does. But I want to fill in, I have sworn to protect blank. And I think you would be an interesting choice, although I don't know exactly how that would work. Perhaps your bear mother, because I am gigantic, sees me as like a competent protector. So if you are leaving her care, she's like, well, I want you with someone that could
I want you with giant fists.
I want you with
also
giant fists.
throw out, since Pocket is blind since birth, you're at this point have probably become accustomed to people seeing the hands being like, yo, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's probably a very fresh experience to have somebody not see you curse first.
True. It's a good point.
Word.
Okay, so I have sworn to protect Pocket.
Pocket.
Okay.
Okay.
Pocket.
Okay, we already went over Dowser. Smells more like prey than a hunter.
Bowser.
I keep thinking you're saying Bowser. It's throwing me off so much.
This is like Mudkip if Mudkip was a fire type.
Yeah, kinda.
The Bowser thing is why last time. That's a womp.
Bowser's a womp. Oh, you don't know this lore? Bowser's a womp that... No, it's not true.
I would have believed it. Okay, sorry, Franny, go ahead.
The spirit spoke to me of a great danger that follows.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
that
makes
sounds about
sense.
right.
Yeah, you suck.
I was cursed, so yeah.
Yeah, cursed.
You have the tag dangerous.
I'm cursed.
And I have showed Shade a secret right of the land.
Yeah, it
Of
makes
course.
sense. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Checks out.
Yeah, if you didn't,
Cool.
you'd be a bad sister.
What is
Only good
I don't know what the
share
secret is,
ancient
though.
secrets.
Is it just eating bones?
It's a secret.
Is it
Yeah,
just
you gotta eat bones.
Eating bones.
Gotta eat those bones.
Nature Survival
So
101.
much bone.
Eat them bones. See them
mean,
bones, eat them up.
Could be this.
It's bone eating.
Interesting.
Step 1.
Eat the
Crack
bones.
open bones.
Okay.
Step 2.
Do you have more
snobble
bones?
on them bones.
What?
Do you have more bones?
Step
I thought you said, do you have more bones?
Do you have more bones?
Like, well, I have quite a few,
I
actually.
got 324 now, baby.
I have one more,
306?
but I
Isn't that what it
haven't.
is?
I haven't filled it in.
Where'd that extra 20 something come from?
Well, elves are
I don't know.
tall.
I ate a cat.
Okay,
Elves.
sorry.
What?
Elves
I don't
are
know what
tall.
you're talking about. I didn't say
They have
anything.
more bones.
Elves have more bones.
We've got so
Elves
many
all
bones.
have.
We only have 2
6
hours to
fingers.
play this.
Cool. Okay. Then the question every adventuring.
Wait,
Okay. Fine.
We have bonds to do.
Oh, okay. So what was your final bond?
Well, I'm leaving it blank because
Cool.
I don't know yet. But someone has tasted my blood and I theirs. We are bound by it.
Horrifying.
Cool. Cool. All right, so my bonds. I have guided Blink before, and they owe me for it. That's to you, Brant.
You've guided me?
I've guided you. Because you were like, oh, you're gonna be in danger. I'm gonna help you, and then I was like, yeah.
Fuck off, nerd.
Nerd.
Big nerd, big hands.
Where did you guide me to?
To hell. Shut up. Now, Blink is a friend of nature, so I will be their friend as well. That's gonna be my sis.
Duh.
Big ol' sis.
Badoy. What does that make us, huh?
Oh God. Writing.
What does that leave for Dowser?
Blink has no respect for nature, so I have no respect for them.
Burn it!
That's what I mean.
I just learned something about Dowser.
Dowser-
Thank you so much.
Dowser
I
is-
am chaotic.
Dowser is a capitalist.
No.
And then
Fire meant to spread, Dowser.
I do have a fourth one, which is Blink does not understand life in the wild, so I will teach them.
Burn it!
I might do a combination of Brand
Sure.
and Dowser for that one.
Yeah.
You were a fisherman.
Yes,
You
but
don't understand the why.
I have spent
Wait,
a
you're very
long
old, aren't
time. Yeah, I'm like 40s in Elven, which is like.
Wait, that's
who
still a
gives
baby.
shit? So okay, I'm the Elven version of 40s. Then.
It is.
Is it though?
We're
How long
16.
do elves live?
I'm like.
Elves live so long.
You don't know
How
that.
long?
You never said it in the book. Doesn't say it in the book.
Yeah, this is the
Okay,
cool thing about
how
Dungeon
long
World.
did
There is no
Not
like,
Lord of the Rings,
lit,
okay?
like
Oh, when
Okay.
aren't you?
Okay, elves live 500 years, and I am 400 years old.
Okay.
cool.
So
Oh.
we're still infants.
Well, no. Elves,
so
elves
sure.
reach maturity at like.
16.
So we're okay.
No,
Sure,
yeah.
sure.
Actually, wait. 400 years old would make me very
That would
old.
make you old.
Why don't 300?
What if
years
elves
old.
live to 40 years old?
I'm 250 years old.
Elves are 250 out of 5.
You're 250 years old, you're middle-aged,
I'm
you're
thinking
teenage
thousands of
middle-aged.
years, y'all.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, not everything's Lord of the Rings. Ah.
Everything
think-
is Lord.
Everything might be
I do want to quiet the table to make a point.
Lord of the
Again,
Rings is life.
in Dungeon World, everything is a blank space. You know, you
Okay.
can entirely choose to rewrite what it means to be an
Oh.
elf, what it means to be a salamander. You know,
I just rolled for it. They live to be 100 years old.
that's
Okay.
one. They live to be 1 year old.
Okay. Okay.
They
So
live centuries,
we
you're
got the
middle-aged.
bonds.
I am middle aged.
you're middle
Yes.
aged.
Cool.
We're
Or an
teenagers.
elf. Yeah.
Great. Nailed it.
So
Dowser.
my point was I have been living out in the wild, like supporting myself for a long time.
Yeah.
So I don't
fine.
know
I
that-
get it. All
Okay.
right. You can.
I camp.
It
Oh,
could
camp,
very much
okay?
be like how I don't think you sacrifice shit.
Oh no,
And you just
I'm,
like, he doesn't
I'm
know
very,
nature.
I'm very smart. Don't do that to me. No, I'm not.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
I know.
Okay.
You can understand and still say it.
Oh, but I'm very wise. I'm more wise than I am
You don't get what
smart.
I'm getting at.
You
can
are-
fucking with
I
them.
get it.
You're an old.
I'm just gonna leave that one blank.
Cool. Let the games begin. Let us enter the dungeon world.
Do you want our hands?
No,
Oh,
I,
okay.
I was just taking a moment. To
Gotcha.
myself.
Yes.
You have ropes dangled down into the chasm below. You've chosen to take a side entrance into the mine. Your job today was to rescue a group of miners after a very bad cave-in. The main entrance was sealed off, so we tracked to the forest. We knew of other entrances, more natural, less developed. Things can't be shipped through, but people can. You've been able to get in, but now there's a deep fall. You've laid out ropes. Who's sliding down first?
Me. Do you want me to roll for it?
Sure, why not? Let's roll
Okay.
some dice.
I'm gonna
Let's see
roll.
if you just fall to your death immediately.
I'm gonna roll the. Oh,
defy
boy.
danger?
I'm gonna roll defy danger.
Cool.
When you act despite an imminent threat or suffer a calamity, say how you will deal with it and roll. I'm going to deal with it by just like grabbing the rope and sliding down it.
Yeah. Imminent threat being
Rope burn. Ugh.
gravity.
Oh.
Well, I'm powering through the rope burn.
Okay, as soon as you are on the rope, I'd like to cut the rope, please.
Can you roll hack and slash?
That is a 7 plus 2 strength, so a 9.
Cool. 9. That's partial success. So you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. So you're just sliding down, yeah? So this is just burning the shit out of your hands.
Can I climb down a little bit, just kind of to his shoulder, and be like, hey, you can do this. You can go down. Very, very good. Slide down careful. And I'm just gonna like then also plop down on the shoulder. I'm riding too. And I would like to defy danger rolling charisma to motivate him to bring us down to the bottom safely.
Do it.
That would be aid.
Aid? Well,
Probably.
here's the thing. If it's defy danger to go down the rope, I'm doing this to do that with charisma, which is an
Well, if you want
option,
to stop
but-
his from being a mixed success, it would be an aid. Unless, because like no matter what, what's going to happen to him is going to happen to him.
I'm not trying to
you just
stop
want to
that.
get through the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm just trying to.
You just want to make sure you're okay.
Exactly.
Okay,
So
cool.
I'm just trying to talk you into getting us down there safely because
Cool.
I know you can do that.
Cool.
So I'm effectively defying danger with the charisma. 9 plus 2 is 11. So on a 10 plus, I do what I set out to. The threat doesn't come to bear.
Cool.
Thanks, little buddy.
Not a problem, Dinosaur.
You fucking Pokemon.
we talked about this. Yes.
I think Pocket is gonna just kind of like before she does anything rash, she's just kind of feeling out just the area, using discern realities.
Closely study a situation or person. Sounds good.
Cool. To see if maybe there's like a safer or more efficient way down.
I'd like to aid with that, actually. Which aid I can't read from here.
When you help or hinder someone you have a bond with.
Yeah, which we have a bond. So I'm gonna help. I'm also gonna be going around and like looking and stuff, and I'll be Hazelnut will be helping as well.
I mean a 5 plus just 5.
Is aid just a flat roll, or does it have a bonus?
That's a question I would ask you.
It's plus
Plus bond. Oh, it's plus bond. Okay. Which each bond is 1. So
Oh, each bond gives you a +1?
if you're rolling,
You heard +1 and you're just like, a what?
if you're rolling a bond, yes.
Okay.
That's why like it's okay to have more than one bond, like one bond connected to a person, because
Cool.
then when you interact with them, you get like
Cool.
+2 or plus or like -2 or like whatever. So that's gonna end up being I had a 9 for that. 7 and 9. I can't read it from here. Sorry.
So you should be able to get, well, you're doing an A, so how...
On a 7 and 9, you also expose yourself to danger, attribution, or cost. Okay, so it gives you a +1,
Which would bring it up to a 6.
which would still be
Still failure.
fail.
Cool. Yeah, Pocket, you see some ropes just hanging
No, I
around
don't.
the side. No,
I don't
you
see.
do.
No.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, cool. Then you tremor sense some ropes. You can feel it. You see, oh, cool, there's a clear way down. It seems to be even woven together, almost as if somebody had, like, a rope ladder that they, like, tucked off to the side. And it's the perfect way to get down there.
Cool. I think I start to check it out just to make sure it is sturdy before letting everyone else know. But then I think I just whistle.
Oh, okay. No. Bucket. Hold on. They're already going down the rope. So the rest of us are. You myself, Hazelnut. We are right here. So.
I am having doubts of the other rope. I feel like this one is safer.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to go down this one. You can. Go
No,
down the other one.
I can go down anyone that anybody expects me to go down. I'll do. Would you like to go first, or I can go first?
I'm already going down.
Okay.
Are you following?
Well, I could follow. I don't. Is that what you? I'll follow. Yes.
It's nice down here.
I'm gonna defy danger. I'm gonna go down.
Bowser.
Oh, do I have to do that
Okay.
too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this would be a good time.
Hey, you gonna drink that,
motherfucker.
You gonna drink that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call this
Are you finished with yours? Oh my god, no wonder.
add dexterity
Very
or strength
appropriate.
for this.
Uh,
Maybe intelligence.
Cool. I'll do dexterity, so that's a 12 total.
Sick.
Cool.
And I got a 10. 10 total. So we both defied danger. We did exactly what we set out to do.
I bet we do that fucking like so smoothly. We're just
Yeah. You're also able to pick up as you go.
Where is Nut of Hazel?
Oh, Hazelnut, she is on my shoulder. She digs her claws in. It doesn't feel great. But,
Is there like
it's okay.
is she like inside of your shirt?
Yeah, underneath my shirt, like
This is like a
Really
love bulge.
cozy in
And,
here.
and like have you cut a little hole so that she can poke out?
2 little holes, so she
Okay.
can, just for eyes.
I'm very sneaky. I'm the sneakiest.
Hazelnut, there. We are at the bottom of this cave and cavern now, so I don't know exactly.
This is just a side thing. At any point in time, Pocket could be seen just like randomly, like as if sniffing her sibling's shoulder, but in fact she is giving kisses to Hazelnut.
And also, you can't. Is this you took the thing? You can see through Hazelnut's eyes.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Spencer, so with because I still rolled a 9, which means I do have a stumble, hesitation, or flinch.
Yeah, so how that unfolds is you get tangled up in web. Let's just spit it out. Tangled up in web. Yeah, guess what those ropes are? Guess why they're organic?
Well, not ours. Not the one we were going down.
You just
Well, ours-
navigated them very
Ours
well.
were
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
they're webs, but we just got
Yeah.
down them. Really.
So just like when we got to the bottom, he's just like he can't
just-
get away from
I'm in
the
web.
rope. Yeah.
The further you get down, the more layers they are, the denser they have been. And true enough, they have been kind of woven together, so they were rope-like more or
Oh,
less.
here,
rather than
I'll help
individual
sell this.
strands.
I'll help sell it. Oh no, we thought they were not. We thought they were ropes for like miners, but it's spider web.
I
Shit.
am sensing trouble. Are you
Brent is in
all-
trouble.
I am gonna roll hack and slash to hack and slash the spider webs away from myself.
No, I think that's going to be a defied danger, since you're not necessarily attacking an enemy that
Okay.
is capable of attacking you back. This would be
Okay,
you could
okay.
defy danger via strength by breaking your way through.
Cool. That is
But,
what I'm gonna do then.
To
Yes.
make that distinction.
Okay. Yes, then I'm going to defy danger with strength.
Yeah. Is there? Can I aid?
Ooh, can
You
I also
can-
aid?
you can aid.
'Cause I've got bond.
It is an 8, a 6 plus 2,
Okay, you're at 8 right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
which is
If we both help you get to a 10, which would be good.
Oh, I could too.
Yeah. What is it? Aid does.
Aid would be a +1 on the hit, so.
Yeah. There's something with aiding that, like, if multiple people aid, it only ends up being. You only take whatever the highest is, so I think it can only be a +1, or
Okay.
no matter what.
Gotcha.
But that just means if a lot of people help and a lot of people get
Well,
minus,
but
like
a +2
or-
is a +1 wouldn't help. Wouldn't
Yeah, I'm
bump
trying to
anything,
think.
so we might as well
Maybe
just
I'm wrong.
leave it.
Maybe it gets up to +2, if I remember correctly.
What do we want to do for our game? Up to +2.
Fuck it.
I think
Yeah.
up to +2 makes sense.
Cool.
I
So we
figured
can't
More,
all do
more
it.
than
I'm going
that
to say
seems OP,
on a
but-
7 through 9, let's call it a +1. On a 10 plus, we'll call it +2.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. And you're at
roll
8 right
the roll in. Oh boy.
now? Nope. Not me.
Cool. Yeah, so you're
I rolled a
stuck
3
as
plus
hell.
1. Yeah. I reached and like, yeah, just got tangled. Ah! Dowser's trapped. Dowser.
I got a 9.
You got a 9 + 1 because you have a bond with Brant.
10. I got a 10.
Nice. So that's a +2, right?
Yeah.
I didn't roll.
Cool.
I chose not to.
Well, mine doesn't go in. Mine doesn't. Go
Right,
in, 'cause
but
it's only +1.
she gave me a +2 because she rolled a 10 plus.
No, it's just a +1.
Isn't that what
on it.
yeah,
Spencer
but Spencer just
just
said we're
said?
gonna do
Oh,
+2.
oh, I see what you're saying. Okay,
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Cool. Okay, yeah. So I just like rip the webs apart. How are you helping me?
Good question.
I mean, you could just be slashing through the webs to help.
Yeah.
Because you're both. If both of your hands are like stuck, you can't be like.
I think maybe in this moment I become hazelnut, and can I do that and then just like jump over and start
cut some of the cords.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm just like ripping through all of this stuff, and then I reach down and I say, "Mind the hook, Stowser," and I grab him out of the.
You're gonna need to roll for that.
Cool.
Dodger's stuck. But before you do that, now that's just fucking rude. You come into somebody else's home and start mangling their webs. Darcy, just unacceptable.
You gonna fucking fight us?
That sounds like a right invitation. This is Darcy. Can you believe that? And the large ass fucking troll turns to his other troll companion, which is a more mutated troll with very black, bulbous, spider-like eyes and mandibles, going. Oh, isn't that right? They just mangled your webs. You put all that effort in, and they just come on down. At least the little one has the decency to stay stuck like a proper little one.
Can I actually do something at that point? I just want to conjure a weapon of pure flame, rolling plus con. Is this the time that I can do that?
And burn away all the webs.
Yeah, because he's got a good point.
Fuck
so
yeah.
9 plus 1, so 10. On a 10 plus, I choose 2 of the following tags. So the Burning Brand, which again is like a fire mech suit that's like elf tall. It always begins with the tags Fiery, Touch, Dangerous, and 3 uses. And because I rolled a 10 plus, I can choose 2 more from the list. Hand, Thrown near, plus 1 damage, or remove the dangerous tag. And I'm going to take plus 1 damage and remove the dangerous tag. So I'm not worried about the fire spreading from me, and it will do plus 1 damage when I attack with it.
Cool. Well, I feel that likely incinerates your bind in.
Yeah, that's kind of the step 1 there. And I say,
Oh fuck, warn me next time.
oh, sorry, Dowser. Yeah, Dowser can stay still.
Can I...
Bringing fire into a nest of webs. That's just right fucking rude.
Alright. That's enough of that. I'm gonna hack and slash.
For sure. Roll.
Whew boy.
Well, at least you're strong, right?
At least I'm strong. It's a 7.
7? Yeah.
It's a 5 plus 2 strength.
On a 7 through 9, you deal your damage to the enemy, and the enemy makes an attack against you.
Great. So I am dealing damage to whichever one was talking.
Cool. That would be the troll.
Cool. That is going to
Nice.
be... That is going to be... 15 damage.
Cool. So like...
That's unbelievable.
Fucking men.
Where do those D4s come
So
from?
you sink into this thing. Like, what does it look like when a troll... Honestly, your arms are about the same size as a troll. So what's this look like?
It is. I lean back and I kind of use my arms as like a whip. So I like swing it back and then I just slam it face first, or not face first. I slam it into the face of the troll and just like crush its skull.
It sinks in and it stumbles and it's just like, well,
my idea was to make it stop talking.
cool. You want to roll me D10?
Sure. 4.
Cool. Take 7 minus your armor as the troll immediately lashes back and slugs you with an uppercut under the jaw.
Okay.
Oh, just so you know, we can keep playing with aid and interfere, but it's just in the book, no matter how many people aid or interfere with a given roll, the target only gets a +1 or a -2.
Cool. There we are.
Even if it's the whole party. So,
Cool.
Yep.
Sweet.
I thought I had read that.
So if we all do it, it's just like more likely that they'll get the +1.
Yes.
We should only do it if they're 1 away from the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So the mutated troll now is gabbing up a bundle of webs and starts aiming to fling it towards y'all.
I'm gonna whip out an arrow in my bow and I'm just gonna shoot it. So I'm
Cool.
gonna roll to volley.
For sure.
Volley.
Volley. And there are 2 of them.
Yeah.
I'd like to blot out the sun. I'm going to use my ranger move, blot out the sun, to add an arrow. So I'm going to minus one ammo, and I'm going to shoot both of them at the same time.
Cool.
Okay. And that's going to be a 9. A 9.
A 9.
Yes.
Sweet. On a 7 through 9, choose one. Whichever you choose, you deal your damage. You have to move to get the shot, placing you in the danger of the GM's choice. You have to take what you can get, minus D6 damage, and that's what you're taking.
No, sorry, what was the third one again?
You have to take several shots, removing your ammo by 1.
By one more. Let's see. I also think. Oh, hold on. With blot out the sun. Yeah. Roll. Okay. Cool. No, we're good. I'm going to move, and put myself in danger.
Cool. Since you're firing through this blanket of web it's throwing off, you're getting like snared in the full force of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna stick myself, but I'm gonna shoot off 2 arrows.
Coolio.
Okay, and I roll once for damage. That's going to be a 6.
6? Cool.
6 to both of them.
Alright, sweet. And how much? It was 15, you said?
Yes.
For sure. Coolio. While they sink in,
Good shot.
Well, no, I'm stuck.
Burst into flames. It'll work, Dowser.
Oh, thank you. Yes, that's a very good idea. I'll just burst into flames.
You can't.
close enough. Pocket, what are you doing?
Yes, that was. Did you see? Okay.
Yes, I did.
I love your rainbow die.
Thanks, William.
Sherbert.
So I rolled an 11 to shapeshift into a spider.
Okay.
Oh, sick.
Okay.
Does that plus anything? It doesn't matter. It's a 10 plus.
On a 10 plus, hold 3. I don't know what that means.
So I
Hold
believe
3.
hold 3. When you shapeshift, as you take action in your shapeshifted form, you expend hold. So as you're doing the moves a spider theoretically could do, like say spinning web, biting someone, etc., you know, climbing up walls vertically, each of these actions would expend a hold.
Oh, I see. Okay. So 3 moves essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, and I'm thinking like a big spider.
Sweet. You blend right in with the others that are swarming down the walls.
God
Cool.
damn it.
I support this.
And then can I start shooting web out of my butt to Darcy and.
Yeah. Darcy is the one who...
Oh, okay. To Darcy and then the other one.
Yeah, roll me that.
I guess that's.
I'm gonna call that a volley since you're trying to do it at range, unless you want to try and like, I don't know, AT them.
Okay.
You should also try to convince the other spiders to go back up the walls. So
Until this moment, we hadn't noticed the spiders.
Yeah.
True that. So I only got a 5.
That's plus your dex. So that's a 7.
Oh, 7. Choose one. You have to take what you can get. You have to take several shots, reducing your ammo. I'll do the first one. Like I'll
Put yourself in
move.
danger.
Yeah, I'll move to get the shot right.
Then I imagine how this has to take place is you would need to kind of scamper over shade to get up close enough. And so instead of like kind of slinging a web like Darcy, the mutant spider troll did, you're going to have to like kind of weave between the legs to start getting them woven up.
Okay.
Cool. What's happening over here? And by what's happening over here, I mean the first troll whose name you didn't get because you didn't ask after punching his face in its own home. Its face pops back out.
Fuck.
I'm a fucking troll. What did you expect? The nerve. They don't even introduce themselves. They destroy our belongings. They frighten our pets. How rude. And it goes to just swing with a massive uppercut back at you.
Cool. What do I need to roll to defy danger, I guess?
Yeah, defy danger. Cool. While you're rolling that, Dowser, what's going on, buddy?
I wanted to fire punch this one.
Yeah.
And I would like to introduce myself also if we're doing that. It's like, I'm Dowser.
I'm Dowser.
Yeah. So I am hacking and slashing, but I'm using my intelligence instead of strength because fire.
Oh.
6.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, but I'm gonna let it be what it is.
Cool. Hack and slash. Does it say what no? 6-? That's a DM move. Cool. Yeah, I think you interfere with this roll here, and you're gonna take. You know what? Before I say that, let's see what you rolled for that defy danger.
Okay, so here's what I want to argue. So I rolled a 7 plus 2 strength. But I also see that Pocket and Shade are like in danger of all of these. So I want to add a +1 to that, making it a 10.
You've lost me.
Because of the bonds?
So that's if you were rolling to aid for that move specifically.
Plus
it's not
one.
like
It's
a
like-
follow-up.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
I see.
Fucking
It's not just a +1.
Yeah,
to...
no. It's
Okay,
that is specifically if you're trying to aid or alternatively interfere.
Gotcha.
You know, if you're
Okay.
like, nope, don't do that, don't piss them off, kind of dealio.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, then
Cool.
just a 9.
9. You stumble, hesitate, or flinch. The GM will offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. Ugly choice. Who's getting hit? You or Dowser?
Me.
Cool. D10.
Okay.
Dowser.
10.
1.
No, 1.
That's a
1.
Yeah.
Nice.
Why are you
Cool.
using...
So take 4 minus your armor as this troll just
Hell yeah.
slugs you with a massive
Nothing.
roundhouse punch.
Ain't nothing.
It's a roundhouse
Brant's fine.
punch. Roundhouse. Cool. You're tangled up. Shade,
Yeah.
what up?
I'd like to defy danger to get untangled, and I'm going to also use my ranger move command to command my animal companion to help me out of this. Now, the way this works is you're when you work with your animal companion on something it's trained in. So it's I suppose that it's trained in scouting and fighting monsters and fighting humanoids. It's trained in those 3 things.
This is fighting monsters.
It's more over to like help me out of like the web stuff. Would that like?
Can I see this real quick?
Yeah.
Theoretically, that would just be, I guess, assisting you. Its other option would be to hunt, search, guard, labor, travel, or perform. Theoretically, you could argue that guarding is to
Well,
get you
it's not
out of
training
that.
guarding.
But yeah. Well, my theory would be if it had something to like, which specifically referenced doing this. So like at this point, it's just helping you out. So since it's not specified anything else, I say go for it.
Okay. Cool. So then I'm gonna be adding its ferocity to help me like get out.
It's ferocious.
Which is just a +1. But yeah, so I'm gonna
Again, this is a pocket sand cat.
and what I'm planning on doing is like
Okay.
I like hide daggers like in my sleeve, and it was like a little hard for me to reach because my clothes are so short. So I was like, as soon as I got caught in this web, I was like, oh, that's okay. I'll just. Oh no, I can't.
Oh, no.
Hold on. This is further away than I remember it being. And I'm trying to take the dagger out so I can cut myself like out of the web. And also Hazelnut is like crawling like down my body and like trying to like scratch the webs off of me. So defying danger. And that's gonna be with the +1 from Hazelnut, that's 12.
Shit, you free as hell. What you doing next?
So I want to like cut myself free, like hit the ground hero pose, like Hazelnut like drops on my shoulder and goes back into my shirt, and then I want to take out 2 more arrows, and I want to like and I want to blot out the sun, like nail both of the. I want to Darcy and the troll. I forgot the name.
Oh yeah. By the way, when it slugged, it was like, I'm Charles. Cool. Before we roll for that, we have those arrows notched. We're a giant spider. What's going on, Pocket?
Well, I've been moving into a position to shoot my web.
Yeah, you kind of, because you did tie up Darcy's legs
Yeah.
a little bit.
Cool.
And I imagine you kind of skittered through, did that loop around, then keep going through.
Yeah. But I also like Sam's. Is there a way for me to kind of chatter to the other spiders coming down, just to be like, fear not, we are not bad people. We are only on a mission, and we won't waste any more of your time, and we won't mess up any more of your webs. Please let us pass in peace.
Cool. You can talk to animals, so you can
Yeah,
just
I
talk
can.
to them. So this is going to be parley, so you're
That's
going to
what I
roll
said.
plus charisma.
Ballet.
Parley.
9 plus charisma.
Yeah.
Oh yikes. Okay, so 8.
The spiders with their many eyes just kind
Wait,
of give
you can
like
spend your
big
hold.
eyes
You can spend your
side
hold.
glances.
Huh?
You have 3
Well,
hold.
it would be spending a hold to do this move.
Are you
Is
sure?
my understanding. Can I see that sheet real quick? To answer your question, no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about anything. But when we're shape-shifting on a miss, hold 1. You may take the form of
if she
anything.
can
anything.
just-
Spend. The GM will also tell you 1 or more moves associated with your new form. Spend 1 hold to make that move.
Yeah, okay.
You still use your normal stats.
But would talking with animals is just an innate move?
Yeah.
That's what I think. Since you already have spirit tongue to know the grunts, barks, chips. Since this is not a form specific
She's not
move,
using the spider's
this
abilities,
will not
yeah.
expend a hold.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, that is so you expended a hold to spit your web out your butt, but
Yeah.
Correct.
We still have 2.
but you still have 2 holds. But this still was only a 9, right? Or an 8.
Well, now I'm confused what I was rolling for. Oh, for the
Parlay.
So you rolled
You're
plus
rolling for the
charisma,
parlay.
which was -1, correct?
Well, but Parlay was talking to the spiders?
Yeah, you can
But
talk to the spiders innately. You still have to convince them.
Oh, okay.
Parlay
Which is
is like
parlay.
persuasion.
Yeah,
In
or
this
intimidation,
case,
or like
yeah.
any.
Oh, okay. So
anything.
yeah, it was an 8.
Cool. So with an 8, they're gonna need some kind of concrete assurance, and they're just like, yes, you seem very, how do you say, rude. You have ruined our webs, and then you're just going to be like, you're not going to ruin our webs.
Well, I will stay behind and help mend some of the webs that we have broken.
I mean, that sounds pretty cool. Can you do, like, cool designs in the webs? Frederick, it points at one leg at another giant spider, can make little leaves. Show her, Frederick. And it starts weaving a leaf with
Oh,
spider
that
web.
is lovely. Look what I can do. And it's the Sistine Chapel. What's that wrong?
Wow.
Called?
Wonderful.
That's gorgeous. So while this is happening in the background,
I think like I can hear, I can understand animals.
Yeah.
Like and so I think I knocked the 2 arrows and I can hear that and I'm like,
what?
oh, and then I stop. But hold on, we can talk about this. I think there's a big misunderstanding. We are here to talk about. We have to save the miners. The miners. We have to save the miners. The miners. We're here to save the miners. Well, I'm talking. Wait. Oh, troll.
This is Darcy, the spider troll. Oh, the miners. You want to save the miners?
Well, I suppose. But
We haven't
we're
seen
here,
any
Doctor.
children here, and if we did, we would probably eat them. Just to be honest with
Shut
you.
your smart
Oh,
mouth.
You can't understand this. This is spider troll talking.
Oh, okay.
But you're more than welcome to shop
I'm
at
sorry, you
Charles.
switched into regular trolls. voice, I got
yeah.
confused.
Just so I could understand.
All
it,
right,
but yeah.
this is Darcy. He talks a little more like this. Darcy's a very elegant spider troll. Spider troll.
I think after I hear them say they would just eat the children anyway, I'm just gonna shoot them.
Yep.
Oh no, cool. Roll that before we resolve it. I want to see what's going on over
Cool.
here.
I have a move that I want to do. So I'm very angry. Charles has not hurt me very much, but I'm mad. And so I would like to crush his head between my fists if I roll
God damn.
good enough hack and slash. Yeah, I just am literally just like between.
This is a move, or is this just you attacking?
No, this is just what I will do if I hack and
gotcha.
slash enough.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Which, come on, 5.
5. Cool.
No, wait,
no.
no. Well, 6, but yeah,
Oh, that's not any better.
that's not gonna do it.
So
I mean, is it too late for me to say I want to help with this? To possibly push to a 7? Or do you want to leave? I rolled a 6 last time, so...
Yeah, go for it. You can make your move, and then we'll resolve however it turns out.
So I imagine, like, I went into punch, and I imagine I'm in, like, a compromised position right now, kind of, like, crouched low underneath big guy's arms.
Yeah.
My plan was to just, like, touch him and, like, hurt him and do, like, an attack move. I think instead I want to just, like, push him into the path of where Sam is hitting.
Brant.
Brant. Just using the heat to direct. Like, if you don't move, you're going to get burned. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
And
Create
help
another
that way.
choice.
Yeah. So I'm rolling plus bond, which is +1. That is a 9
yes.
plus 1 is 2. So it's 10. So you get that +1, and now you're at a 7.
Nice. Fuck
For
yeah.
sure. 7. So you're going to deal your damage to the enemy, and the enemy makes an attack against you.
Great, cool. So since I am attacking the same enemy again, I am going to take Scent of Blood, or I'm going to use Scent of Blood. When you hack and slash an enemy, your next attack against the same foe deals an additional 1d4 damage.
Hell yeah.
So it's going to be 1d10 plus 3d4 this time.
Cool.
That
Which
could be
is,
22.
1 plus 10, so 11 damage.
11 damage. God damn. Cool.
Ow, sir!
It's gonna, with its head being a bloody puddle, it drops to its knees with a loud thud, and its arms just kind of like feel around rather ineffectively. And
Great.
just start like tapping around. We were shooting some arrows.
Yeah, I rolled 13,
Yeah, cool. God damn.
And then-
what does that mean?
and then I did 5 damage, so I nailed both of them with an arrow again.
Yeah.
So the one on the ground with the arms are moving around, I think I just
They're not moving anymore.
Cool. So as in regards to them not moving anymore, so as it reaches around, it grabs one of the arrows you hit the first time, and it pulls it out as its head starts to regrow, because they're trolls. What did you expect?
Not
and
that.
it starts.
Yeah,
just
is that a
rolling
troll
slowly.
thing?
This
Trolls'
is.
heads regrow?
I thought this was very common
No,
knowledge.
I did not know this.
I mean, you clearly have not been asking the right question. Everyone knows trolls regenerate. Everyone in Dungeon World knows trolls can regenerate from the most massive injuries. Come on. They're also highly mutagenic. That's why you have a spider troll.
Wow. Sorry, I only know trolls from Lord of the Rings.
I only know trolls from online.
I only know trolls from the McElroy brothers will be in Trolls 2.
Cool.
But
So
also
fortunately-
trolls from the animated movie Trolls.
also trolls from box trolls, which Darcy is wearing a box.
Troll in the dungeon!
Cool. Where were we? So we're
I just
making
shot
the
them with
system
arrows.
apple.
And now I'm saying, and also you can do paint by numbers, which I've also heard is very fun.
What is paint?
Oh, it is, she tells them.
He explains
That's
paint.
a really philosophical question. What's
So what you
is
gotta
paint?
So you're telling me you take berries and other things and you crush them up to make color, which you can apply to things to create that color.
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
We eat children here.
Oh,
We could crush children to make children color.
no, I would not want to be a part of that.
Have
But-
you ever tasted children?
No. That does not sound good.
Okay, Salamander, what's up?
What was the not spider one's name? Henry
Charles
or
or
something? Charles.
Henry.
So Charles is like seeming fine, or like what's this
Where it's pulled out one of the arrows and is now thrusting wildly. You can already see there's an O mark where the arrow hit. The head is kind of growing, kind of like a real stunted beanstalk. It doesn't
Cool.
seem to be able to like tell where you are as it's flailing.
Bowser knows away, and I'm gonna jump on him. Is he on the ground still, or is he standing?
He's kind of got one leg up as he's
Cool. I would like to try to like tackle him to the ground, and my idea is to smother him with flame, as this has a range of touch. Because he can regenerate, but if he's continually burning, there's nothing to regenerate.
fucking metal.
So let's try this. And I'm rolling hack and slash.
Get that bread.
That is a 7 plus 1, so 8. Yeah.
Can I help out?
Sure.
Cool. Wait,
I mean,
wait,
like,
you rolled an
8?
8?
There's
oh,
no way,
Never mind.
yeah.
Never mind.
Cool. So it's just gonna be I deal the damage and the enemy makes an attack against me.
Cool.
So the damage is a D8 plus 1 because that's one of the tags I took.
God damn it, Jonas.
That's a 6.
Cool.
And then he can make an attack against me if he wants to. Does that
Sweet.
mean?
Roll D10 for me.
Okay. So this is not an attack I can avoid. He just hurts.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That is a 6.
You take 9 minus your armor damage.
Okay. So
As it grabs you.
hold on. So one of the moves that I have as an emulator is fighting fire with fire.
Yeah.
When you take damage, and that damage is odd after armor, which this is.
Cool.
Roll 1d4.
Yes.
I rolled a 1. And either add that many uses to your burning brand, if active, take that result forward to summon your burning brand, or reduce the damage by that amount, your choice. I'm going to reduce the damage, so I'm only taking 8.
Cool.
Whoa. That's a wild move.
It's
Yeah,
really cool.
If it's odd, if the... Wow. Wow.
That's fun.
Cool.
Huh.
You realize smashing its head in is not very smash heady-y. What's up?
Okay. I'm gonna rip its arms off.
Do I have it on the ground?
Fucking
It
roll
has to
something
be on
plus
the ground.
strength.
Can I roll?
That would be a defy danger.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because, like, the way defy danger is, like...
Okay.
Yeah,
fine.
That's like the act under pressure. It's just
Yeah.
like to do something
It's
hard.
also like naming the move, I think, is also kind of arbitrary, you know? Like, you could really just call it to a stat, and then these kind of offer a guiding principles being like, okay,
Yeah.
cool, how do you, like,
Well,
classify, you
defy
know?
danger is just harder to accomplish than most of the other ones because, like, the 7 to 9 is, like, I think worse than...
So, well, I have a question. Are the attacks that I'm making against this creature completely ineffectual?
Yes.
Like, I'm not doing anything.
You've crushed its head, which disabled its senses for a while, as you can see, but you've done no lasting damage.
What about Dowser?
Dowser, you have left lasting damage,
Cool.
as its skin that is has been peeled away. Because again, you've kind of like dogpiled it. You've kind of like
Cool. It seems
rolled
like
it over in a blanket of fire. Is kind of
yeah.
roughly you're describing. Yeah,
it's like a big
that
fire hug,
seems-
you know? Ouch.
A big fire hug. Yay.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna up the ante a little bit then. Instead of just ripping its arms off, I want to rip all of its limbs off.
God damn.
Okay. That is a 7 plus 2, which is a 9.
Cool. Cool. So I think you're gonna get your arms around 1. So 7 to 9 is gonna be a success at a cost. So I think you may get 1,
One limb.
but it's gonna put you in a compromising position.
I'm only gonna
as-
get 1 limb for a 9?
You thought you could get 4 limbs with a single roll? You did, didn't you?
I mean, I hope, in my heart of
theoretically,
hearts.
Sure, why not? Yeah. So I think the weight of it popping out of its socket and being ripped off is going to cause you to stumble back into a pile of spider webs with the heavy troll arm on top of you.
Well, I didn't say... You said Can I choose?
Sure, choose.
Okay, it's gonna be a leg then.
Cool. All right. Hell yeah. You rip one of its legs out of its socket. Like Chewbacca. God damn.
Wait, okay, so I want to make this clear. What is the worst outcome that you give me? Is it that I only get 1 leg, or is it that I fall into the spider web, or is it both?
It is a combination of both, because if your intention is to remove legs, remove limbs, ideally all of them, I would also say I feel like removing multiple limbs is kind of it seems to me that is multiple actions to be taken within the narrative. You can't just be like pop. If you could do that simultaneously, sure. If you could make an argument that you could manage to grab 2 of them at once, sure, you could do that.
If it wasn't a troll, you probably could grab like arm and leg.
Yeah, I could
gotcha.
believe you could probably get 2 realistically for future reference with a build like this. But generally speaking, I think for one, that's going to be impaired success of your intended result.
Gotcha.
As well as, since it was a mixed success, it was you still managed to do it instead of failing at doing it. But you're worse off than you were before. Thus, kind of stumbling into
Okay,
that.
so next time I try to do something like more than I'm able to do, will you warn me?
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Again, try to follow thoughts that begin and end with the narrative, you know?
Cool.
So, and often, if it's going to be sequential actions, we can share that. And honestly, this is kind of me, like, having these thoughts as I am saying them to you now.
Sure, yeah.
As I'm processing these impulses. But we've ripped a leg off of a troll.
Sweet.
Good job,
and I'm
Grant.
like up against the wall, like embedded in spiderweb with the leg. I'm picturing leg like in my hands, but also stuck to the spiderweb. Like this. Yeah.
Cool. Shay, what's up?
Okay, so I just saw that. I'm actually going to cast a spell.
Ooh,
Do it.
I'm going to cast Hold Person on the troll.
All right.
which one?
The one that's not Darcy or whatever. The one that you just ripped the leg off of.
Cool,
I just
cool.
want to stop that thing from
Charles.
moving. Charles, yes.
I have a name.
Not for much longer.
Oh God.
Burn it.
Cool.
No, sir.
So cast a spell.
Dowser's horrifying.
Dowser's great.
I would not want to be Dowser's enemies.
Dowser doesn't
Nailed
have
it.
enemies.
Awesome.
Killed them all.
Okay.
Doesn't kill.
So on a 10 plus, which I just rolled 12. So on 10 plus, the spell is cast successfully, and the deity does not revoke the spell, so I may cast it again. If a spell is revoked, that means basically I need to commune with my deity again so that I can get the spell back. It doesn't it's not like gone. It's like gone for now. But that's only if I failed it or something. So yeah, it works as intended. So I hold person on troll.
Could you
Choose a person you can see until you cast a spell or leave their presence. They cannot act except to speak. This effect ends immediately if the target takes damage from any source. And since we're a party that works together, I'm sure you know that.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Because we're this is our job.
Yeah.
So
I should get off of it
and
go
it's
to the other one, probably.
it's verbal. I mean, I cast it. I say I do
The drill would be though I should get off of him at this point, right, and stop
Likely.
doing damage.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
We've been chattering with some spiders.
In that time, I've also made them a small fruit salad and offering them little bits. So you see,
You sweet.
children are really not necessary as far as food goes.
You grow these?
Well, no, they are from my home in the forest.
How do we get
Are
these?
we good? Are we okay?
I mean,
Are we Coolio in the Hoodoo? Okay.
it's all slab in the web, bro, dude, sis.
But am
Yeah,
I,
sure.
Am I good?
We're not eating
Okay.
today. You're fine. You cool.
Okay,
Very
alright.
pretty chapel out of web. Very pretty. It is chapel. That is correct word.
Yes.
Oh, good.
I think.
All right, and the spiders now crawl into the chapel or are starting to explore it because this is a full 3-dimensional structure. One of them's hanging out, playing with the spider, the web bell, just boom. It doesn't ding because it's not made of metal. So we've just hold Charles. Darcy the spider troll has been breaking out of being tangled while this has been happening and is now.
I would like to stop applying fire damage to what's his name again? Kevin?
Charles.
To
I can
Charles,
speak. You've been terrible house guests.
and just squat closer, so my knee, the fire knee is near his head, and then Dowser's gonna poke his Dowser face kind of out of the knee. That's about he's at knee height of this thing.
Yes.
This can stop right now. Call off the spider troll and we can just talk.
Darcy is Darcy's own person.
Well, maybe Darcy listens to you. I would like to parlay with Charles.
Roll plus.
I'd say I have leverage over Charles right
Yeah.
now. So I'm going to roll to manipulate him. That is a 7 plus 2, so 9. On a 7 to 9, they need some concrete assurance of your promise right now.
Or else what?
I'm just going to move my hand closer. I think you know what Dowser can do, Dowser.
I'm not very bright. What?
I'm just going to touch him a little bit, just on the nose. I'll boop him on the nose. Whoop!
Oh, that burned but was also adorable. Don't do it again.
I will if you don't call him off. Boop. Oh.
Darcy,
Oh.
Darcy, I think they have the upper hand here. Oh, and you can hear us like, oh, look at this mess. But, oh, hey, wow, what a lovely chapel. That's very pretty.
And that's in Spider?
Yes,
Yeah,
this is the Spider voice.
Wow, what a nice
Okay, gotcha.
I see, I admire the lattice work you've done. You made this yourself very
This is very-
impressive.
It is very good. Like that, it looks great. Okay, now, oh shoot,
Will someone kill them?
wait, hold on for one moment.
Oh, hey, since you people are very nice, this is the Spider voice now, because it's not consistent.
Okay.
Oh, well, hey, y'all seem cool. You speak like normal, rational adults. Would you mind helping us murder and eat those two?
Okay, so here's the problem. Yes, wow, I did not take a very good look at you before. You are a big spider. It looks very good. You wear it well. No, okay. The problem is that we're here to save people, and they are also people, and we are technically also people. But I just happen to be able to talk to you. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So the problem is that we brought this up, and then you said, "Oh, if there were minors here," which I'm talking about the workers, not necessarily the children.
Ah, I understand.
Right. So the problem was when I said that, you were like, "Oh, there are no kids around, but if they were, we'll probably eat them," and
Well,
that's
what else
really
are we supposed to eat?
Berries.
berries.
And berries.
Berries, yeah.
And
Sometimes
flies.
if you find the thing that is
We do
already
eat flies sometimes. They're quite tasty.
if you find something
And
that is already
protein.
dead, you
Or
can
dead.
eat it. If something is already dead, you can eat it, unless it's unless
Right.
unless it's also a kid, like a kid's body. I don't.
Well, let's not imagine.
Okay, well, I really appreciate those suggestions. They all sound horrible, but you're looking for the mine, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Cool. So yeah, if you go down that way, you want to like climb up the rocky crag to the left, and then like follow the third tunnel, and then you could just like get the fuck out of my house.
Okay.
We can do that.
Is there a way? Can I? I want to know if I'm being lied to.
Discern realities.
Discern
Yeah.
realities, I think, is
Yeah, roll
reasonable.
plus whiz.
You're wise, right?
Yeah, that's 12.
Cool. Darcy feel like they've been losing this fight and consider just talking with you any further more trouble than it'd be worth. So just being like, you want the mine? Just get out. Go.
Okay, cool.
There it is.
All
Fine.
right,
Leave.
Okay, so I will release the spell on your friend Charles. In a moment.
I don't know. I can't understand a word he says.
Oh. Ha. Okay.
I'm kidding. I
Are-
speak troll.
Oh.
Okay. No.
You were so ready to believe that. You just assume all the spider trolls only speak.
Will someone
Right,
just
right.
kill them? Can
Dowser's
they
ready to do
die?
it. I can burn his
Can they
face
die
off,
yet?
Dowser.
They're
hold
willing.
the spider
They are
on.
willing to let us go through. Okay, so all we need to do.
Did you not hear them talk about eating children?
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear that. Never mind.
Oh yeah, they said something about eating children.
Yeah, that's
What?
bad. That's real
bad.
bad.
Dowser would never do it.
Okay.
What? You people eat baby pigs and stuff?
Dowser,
What's the
Dowser.
difference?
I don't eat baby pigs. I'm pescatarian.
Well, baby fish, caviar is a delicacy.
I only eat adult fish. Baby fish are too small for my giant metabolism.
Dowser consumes only the
I have so much flesh. My arms are gigantic.
Yo, you guys, I only eat adult fish. Okay, all right. I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna go grab you. I'm gonna cut you free. Can I just reasonably do that?
Yes.
Take out a dagger.
Yeah.
I just got you free.
Okay.
All right. Okay, everything fine.
Should Dowser put the flame away? Dowser?
I'm keeping this leg.
I don't want it back.
Just grow a new one. Trolls regenerate.
I will. It looks at the stone. It's like seared off, so it's not growing back.
Now you know the meaning of sacrifice. That's what it looks like, Brent.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I understand. Our violent flesh-eating ways have led this to a painful end, where now I have to live with this. Oh, I understand. You're very wise, Tiny Thing.
Charles, this is not your end. This is your beginning. Follow the flame, Charles.
Give me a new name. I'm not Charles anymore.
Your name is now Char.
Char. A mane of fire burst out of its head.
The flame is a bond.
That's fucking scary. Did you guys know he could do that?
As all Dungeon World adventurers know, trolls are highly adaptive.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna respond. Yes.
That's fucked up.
We all. Oh my gosh, this guy. Right.
It's like you've never seen the fire before.
All right, we're gonna go down and take a left or something. I don't know.
Just ride down the minecart.
I hold out a spider leg and thank you.
Half the hand is like talons, half of it is like troll finger.
Okay. Thank you for being so cooperative. Have a good life. And we won't see you again. Tick, tick, tick.
Bye-bye, Dowser.
Brent, just as he's like walking away, is just like turns back and like.
A new leg starts sprouting.
I would like to hunt and track.
Cool.
So, when you follow a trail of clues left behind by passing creatures, roll plus wisdom, whiz. On a 7+, you follow the creature's trail until there's a significant change in its direction or mode of travel. On a 10+, you choose one. Gain a useful bit of information about your quarry. The GM will tell you what, or determine what caused the trail to end. So I want to try and track the miners.
Cool.
Cool. That's a big fat 6.
Cool. That's a fail. Could you read that? Can I just read this real quick?
There's no fail thing, but that's you just make a hard move.
You get a hard move.
Yeah. That's. I just want to like directly.
Oh,
respond
gotcha.
to that.
Wait, can I aid?
Sure.
Because a 7 would be a success, right?
Cool.
And you rolled a
Ish.
6?
Just
Yeah,
make a narrative pitch on how you're helping.
Okay. I think I have also tracked things before, so I'm sort of double checking all of the things that you find, just to make sure. With a fucking Christ.
Well, plus bond.
Plus bond, and what is aid? It's just plus
Aid
bond?
is plus bond.
Yep.
Cool. 7.
So you get the +1, but you also expose yourself to danger, retribution, or cost.
Okay.
Okay.
How about 2 gold? How does 2 gold sound? For cost.
Cool. So you got a mixed success, correct?
I did, yes.
Cool. In the dark, an eye opens. You follow the spider troll's direction, and true to its word, you're able to make your way into the mine. You're able to open through a small crack in the wall. You know, again, this is a side passage, not the main. But you're able to step out into this main tunnel, which does have railways laid out, mine carts strewn about. What are we doing?
And you said an eye or an aisle?
An eye opens in the dark.
An eye opens in the dark.
So it's a big yikes for me, dog.
That's an off-screen moment, audience.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, we should know that too.
Cool. They failed. They're aware.
Cool. All right. Okay, so this is where my senses are leading us. I don't
Okay.
really. There's not much else I can do at the moment.
I wanted to do communion of whispers. So when you spend time in a place, making note of its resident spirits and calling on the spirits of the land, roll plus wisdom. Oh, that's it. Wisdom. Dang it. Okay, so 6. You will be granted a vision. Or not.
No.
Wait, hang on. This sounds really cool. Can you, like, read that aloud, but, for the children in the back?
Oh, sure.
Which are not being eaten by spider trolls?
Communion of whispers. When you spend time in a place, making note of its resident spirits and calling on the spirits of the land, you roll plus wisdom. You will be granted a vision of significance to you, your allies, and the spirits around you. On a 10+, the vision will be clear and helpful to you. On a 7 to 9, the vision is unclear, its meaning murky. On a miss, the vision is upsetting, frightening, or traumatizing. The GM will describe it.
Traumatized friends. Hey, it's like you're running Hijinks and Handlebars.
Oh, wow. What is Pocket's process of the communion of whispers? How do they approach this?
She does a lot of touching of like the earth or whatever is surrounding her. Just to like gauge the vibrations, like warmth of anything or the coolness. And then like it's kind of her just like making all of her senses like hyper aware of like the surroundings is how I
As you
see it.
tune in to the vibrations within this mine, and I'm picturing the invoking Avatar, The Last Airbender, Toph's tremor sense, how you just see those vibrations to get a sense of where the carts lead, how they go, how this mine unfolds, seeking out, I presume, with the intention of seeking out these miners. A voice speaks to you that sounds like broken glass cracking through your very being. It feels like your body turns to ice. The warmth that you sought drains. You feel like ceramic that has been shattered. And there is laughter. Poor, lonely Pocket. Poor, lonely Pocket. This voice, which is a vibration through you. What are the rest of you seeing happen to Pocket?
Hey, Pocket, you okay over there?
Pocket, you're frightening, Dowser.
I think Pocket has like kind of like crunched and crumbled into almost this ball up against the side of one of the walls, and she's just like shivering but also frozen and paralyzed.
Brant is like...
Shade's gonna go over. Okay, I'm nearby. Hands, is it okay if I touch you? Yeah, okay. And then he's gonna put, they're gonna put their arms, first time I've ever done that, they're gonna put their arms around Pocket and like just kind of hold her there and make sure she's okay.
Brant like goes to like pat her on like the back as well, and then like looks at his hands full of fish hooks and just like puts it back down.
You okay? We need to take a break for a minute, or...
I wouldn't mind sitting for a moment, Dowser.
There's great danger.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're at the bottom of a big cave. There's trolls.
Oh, speaking of which, actually, and then they like they put their like head like away from Pocket to talk to everyone else. Do any of you feel really bad, like that I could help possibly or anything?
Brent like rolls his shoulder and he's like,
Yeah, this one is probably dislocated, so if you could just, it's like right in there.
Bouncer only got one big scratch, and I have an 8 hit point scratch on me.
Jesus.
That's a. So it's right here. It's like only got one big scratch. It
I
was under my utility belt or bandolier that I wear
Okay.
like sideways.
Dowser, I told you were not gonna make it through this.
But Dowser did make it through it. Through sacrifice.
For
and a lot
now.
of fire.
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna cast.
You'll learn.
I'm gonna cast a spell. I'm gonna cast Cure Light Wounds, and that's gonna be a 10. So the spell works without any problems, and that.
The bear god approves.
So how much?
Only you can prevent adventure injuries.
That's gonna be 6.
Sweet.
6.
I'm almost.
I can only do it to one of you. With one spell, I'm gonna do it again. So
Okay.
this. So I'm doing it to the salamander first.
Okay.
Cool.
And then I'm going to cast it again.
Dowser.
That's a 12. Yep. So I get to no. So the bear is hanging around, and that's 5 hit points
Great.
back.
Love you, Shade.
I could do it again.
Well,
I'm full health.
Dowser reaches into his bandolier and pulls out a little red bottle and says, "Thank you, a sacrifice for your services. You can drink that for the same later. Not now.
Oh.
When you're hurt,
Okay. No.
it will make you
I
feel
understand.
better.
I'm gonna
It's
put it
like
in my
magic
pouch.
in a drink."
Okay. And then there's one more thing that I would like to do probably.
Can we say that that if Jonas is okay with it, that Dowser just typically rides on Brant's shoulder?
That makes sense.
Okay.
Like
So
when I'm small.
Brant
Yeah.
lowers an arm.
Oh, Dowser.
What?
You hear creaking of wheels in need of oil.
I would like to discern realities.
Sounds like those wheels need oil.
5. It's just a 5 is all.
Cool.
So that's what that's where I rolled. I rolled a 5.
Let's
there.
see, what are some hard moves to use against you? Yeah,
Another eye.
So I imagine being in the dark. Dowser is a primary source of light,
Sure.
and possibly as part of discerning realities, lighting up the room, becoming brighter.
Sure,
For
keep
sure. to
warming
give
up a
better
little bit.
look.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a cart approaching, and you hear, and a figure ducks behind the cart that they were pushing.
Dowser, I want to like retreat from that area, dim, and then just get to everyone else and just say, I saw a person, and they saw me, and they're now hiding in a cart down that way. Dowser.
I got it.
Brant starts moving towards the.
I didn't get any sign that we should punch them just yet, Brant.
Well, I'm not gonna punch him right off the bat.
But if you walk up there, there's no way they'll know that. Look at your hands. They're the size of barrels, Brant. Dowser.
Okay, I'm gonna put my hands behind me so I look a little bit normal,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna walk over there.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I
Look
do.
normal, and I hop back up on your shoulder.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna roll. Parlay. And the idea is I'm just gonna walk up and be like,
Hey, we're just here to rest.
Stay back.
Oh, okay.
hang on, let me roll.
Oh, I actually have a really good move to use here.
Christ Almighty!
What is that for you? You're
It's a 6.
I'm gonna try to help to make that a 7, just
Cool.
just by looking non-hostile.
Please,
I
God.
want to just like sit and be like, "Hi, I'm Dowser."
Put that out. Put that out. Put that out.
And that is a 6.
I'm taking care of my sister. I don't even know what's going on.
It runs around and it reveals itself to be a dwarf.
Oh,
You are aware that this is a dwarven mining town.
Hey there, bud.
Put that out, you
What? What am I putting out?
Okay. There are barrels inside the cart that he's now trickly trying to grab away and like cover with his body.
Oh, you got
just a spark.
It's dynamite. It's dynamite.
Dowser's not a
What do
thing.
you think? What in a mind?
Okay, hey, Dowser, can you dim down just a bit?
I'm not on fire.
I mean, you're a little bit on fire.
Sorry, Dowser, forget.
Just if this is a 10, can we just take it to like a 6?
Sure. Is this better?
What are you doing?
We're
here to find the
save
miners.
Did you open the door? Did you?
No, we jumped down the big
haven't
hole
opened
back
that
that way.
Yeah, we fell through some spiders.
Oh, hey.
Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
I sort of caught
There
on
was
for a
two.
moment exactly what was going on.
Did you rescue us?
Yes.
Oh,
We
no.
are your saviors. And I actually
Well,
want to use a
wait.
move right now.
wait.
This is a move called Firebrand. When you introduce a new idea to an NPC, roll plus charisma. So I'm going to do that right now. That is
Oh
a
my
12
God.
plus 2, 14.
Oh my
A 10
god!
plus. They believe the idea to be their own and take to it with fervor. We are your saviors.
Yeah, what he said, I guess.
Now, sir?
This dwarf sits on the ground, and you can see tears streaming down its face.
You want to just tell us what's going on in the? Because it seems like this is a bigger deal than maybe just some people in the mines. So you want to just tell us about what's going down?
Please, you can really, you can.
Yeah. We can do all that. Just tell us what's going on.
Yes. We would love to help, Doctor.
I'm
We
really sorry. Just like cut to the chase. I'm sorry. We need to get
Yeah,
out of here.
just we gotta
we
go.
blew
So.
the entrance so that none of us can leave.
Why would
Well,
you do that?
that sounds like a bad
That sounds
plan.
like, no,
how you
I
get
agree
trapped.
completely.
No, but you can stop it. It speaks to you.
Oh boy.
That's how it first.
What-
It's like a stone.
Oh god.
Pocket has been so slowly, just like moving. She's almost. It's just like like this, just on the ground, but like slowly moving. And she says, "Yes, I have heard them.
No.
What is it?
We found it all. We
It is all
found a new room.
encompassing.
We thought it was rubies, but it was like blood through the stone, like violence through the mountain, and
No.
we thought we'd be rich. We started mining at it, and the people who touched it, it would speak to them, and it would become them, and.
Now that sounds very bad. So do we need to worry about her? Because if we need to like cut like
know.
something off to make sure she's cool.
I don't know what you could cut off.
Um,
I don't know.
Can I?
We blew up the mountain because none of us could leave.
Why are
It's-
you here then?
Can I roll spout lore?
Yeah,
about these like rubies.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's just gonna be a 7.
Okay. So on a 729, the GM will only tell you something interesting. It's on you to make it useful. Was there something in particular?
I'm the rubies. I wanted to know if I knew of like any rubies that had like, because not to be like too meta, but I know like some rubies hold elementals and like that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
So I'm wondering if in this game, in your world, in the dungeon,
Our world.
in
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Our world.
if,
Our world.
yes, if there's if there are like rubies or stuff that hold like actual creatures that can be summoned from them, and if I know about them.
And scene.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
I just like killed a
You
fly.
are aware that some minerals can be conduits to energies, which can often be used, since I suppose you have some familiarity with clerical magic, that you're fully aware that some minerals can be conduits to energy or entities.
Oh, interesting.
I want to come back to why you're alive and not trapped with the others, because that seems
Because God is cruel.
a little bit suspicious, honestly, if I'm being real.
If your god is cruel, you're following the wrong god.
Yeah, you should follow the fire or whatever the fuck, but why are you... why are
The
you
fire's
out
what I
here?
want to follow. He like pulls out, and this minecart that this dwarf has loaded up is full of explosives.
Fuck.
Whatever your gut
boy.
reaction
Keep it away
is,
from
like,
Hauser.
if any of you have that correct reaction, this is probably more than enough explosives to, say, cave in an entire mine.
Cool. I cast Hold Person.
Yes!
That's a 13. It works without a hitch. I stopped
yeah.
this dwarf in his tracks. Okay, sorry. No, I just had to do that for a moment. I'm not this isn't malicious or anything. I just you're freaking me out. So you can still talk to us. We just need to know we are your saviors. As Dowser said, we are here to save you.
Praise Duna.
No, that is
Fuck Duna. Praise the fire.
praise the fire. Yeah.
Fire will cure
All
the
hail the
corruption
fire.
in the mine.
How do we get to the others?
And why do you have all of this stuff here? Why is there the explosives? What are you going to blow up with it?
We found a vein. We thought they were rubies, but they weren't.
Right, the ones with because you can hold the minerals can have creatures in them or something.
They took
yeah.
over. It possessed my friends. I saw it change them. They started changing. People started disappearing. People were being dragged off to the lower levels, and by the time that enough of us caught on, there was something here that was too big and too bad to ever let it see the light of day, so we blew up the entrance. And when you're alone and scared and have several dozen pounds of dynamite and something big and bad, too big and bad to see the light of day, you just put a candle and a match together and hope that wherever you go next is better than here.
Quick question for you. So you blew up the entrance to the mine where all the people could get out from, but not the big monster in the bottom.
We did what we thought was best. We added quickly.
Cool. Okay.
We weren't
Gotcha.
all
Yeah,
all
I
there.
think I get it. I
We
got
didn't know
it.
who we could trust.
No, I understand.
Does anybody have a candle?
In my left pocket.
Wait, why?
Wait,
I
hey,
just-
wait.
No,
hang on.
wait.
Does the flame holds answers? I just want to talk to it for
Oh,
a
you
minute.
want to talk to a fire?
Yeah, just for like a
I'm all right with that. I trust you around
I will
fire.
stand away from the dynamite.
Stand away,
Don't
okay,
doubt
okay.
Dowser.
You're all
No,
done.
Dowser will be safe.
I will get the candle from the pocket. Is that okay? Can I get the candle from your pocket?
I don't really have a
Is
choice.
that a candle
No,
in your pocket?
no,
I
hold
can really
on.
only move my mouth
I'm
and
not-
my face and occasionally my neck if I need to turn to one side or the other.
I'm not going to take the candle out of your pocket unless you tell me I can. Can I take the candle out of your pocket?
I mean, you are my savior.
Is that a yes? I need a yes or a no.
Yes!
Okay, thank you very much. And were you coerced into doing that? I'm sincerely. I do not take hold
It's
person
very
lightly.
important that you
I
answer.
know. I know. I'm magically stopping you from moving right now, but it is. I will not do anything to you unless it's explicitly clear that it's cool.
I mean, you could scratch my nose for me.
Okay.
I actually kind of like not having to move. It feels like, like I'm not responsible for what my body does.
Are you allergic to cats?
No.
Okay. I take Hazelnut out and I put Hazelnut on the dwarf's shoulder.
I'm a hazelnut. Hi!
And he can't understand her. It's a soft, nice meow. Oh wait, actually it might
this
not
is
be.
a very cute cat.
I
I like
imagined
it.
wasn't because it's a hunter.
Well, it's a hunter, and also
No!
I had to choose a weakness for her, and I chose stubborn. So
No, wait, stop chewing on my face. No, ow, stop biting. No, stop, hang on, don't do that.
wait, Hazelnut, hold on, and I'm gonna.
He has some sauce on his face.
Oh, Hazelnut, no. Okay, you just rub against the beard or something, make him feel better.
He clearly had a tasty lunch.
Well, okay, yes. Okay, lick this sauce with your sandpaper tongue. Do not do the biting.
But it's chewy. I like it. Have you ever bitten a dwarf? Is that okay?
I've never
Are
been
you
in
sure?
a dwarf. No, okay, hazelnut.
They're chewy.
Hold on, wait. I know, I understand. They're probably very chewy. I get it. We all want to bite things.
Ow, he drew blood. Ow, ow.
Oh, hazelnut. It's also a her.
Okay, it's biting me.
Well, be respectful.
Okay, she drew blood. Yeah, that's right. And I'll do it again. Is that okay?
No, hazelnut.
Yeah, I'll lick up the blood now. It's okay.
All right. You're just going to be licking? Here's the candle. Hey, hazelnut!
Gaza just takes it and like runs off to a little corner and just starts like whispering to the flame.
That cat is so fucking cute, man.
I'm adorable.
You still can't do it. Okay, I gave you the candle. What
you're
are you
so
doing?
cute.
I'm off in the corner.
You're off in the
chattering
corner.
to it. Yeah.
Hey, sister, are you doing okay? Because you kind of had a little like did something hit you in the head?
No, I heard the entity in my head,
Okay.
and it knows we are here.
Excuse me.
Well, that's bad.
That's not good.
That's real bad.
I'm
I
sort
think.
of on board with what
But you can
Brand
handle it.
Brand.
was talking about before with the do we have to be worried about her because it talked to her face
Yeah, I'm a
in her head.
little worried.
I'm very worried about my sister right now.
You can't trust her.
Well, see, how can we
I don't know what
trust you
happened
then? How can we
I'm
trust you?
Yeah, maybe you.
I didn't ask for this.
And, well, nobody asks for a lot of things. I mean, she was abandoned at birth. I got this home from my parents at 11. There's a lot.
I got big arms.
The fire chose me to be the one.
Yeah,
I was adopted.
nobody asked for all these curses. Wait, did you say you were adopted?
Yeah.
Oh, good. A loving family chose you.
Well, my adoptive parents were kind of rude.
Oh no, rude.
Bowser.
Well, not
They cut
rude.
me off once I hit maturity.
Yeah, we were also.
Oh no, rude,
We were also.
rude.
We were also adopted by a bear.
A baron, Bowser.
Oh, well, that's bearable.
No,
What are you doing with that candle? Are you going to kill?
Okay,
What is going on with this candle? I want to actually tone in on that.
So, when you stare into a source of flame, which I'm doing, looking for answers, roll plus wisdom. On a hit, the GM will tell you something new and interesting about the current situation. On a 10 plus, the GM will give you good detail. On a 7 to 9, which I have a 7, the GM will give you an impression. If you already know all there is to know, the GM will tell you that. And I'm mostly asking about this entity and like how we should deal with it, I guess, like how we stop it, destroy it, do whatever we can
Cool.
to it. But I get an impression.
Cool. You get an impression.
On the
An
seven.
impression
Can it be,
of
Robin
how...
Williams or like Jack Nicholson?
Christopher Walken.
It's not a helpful impression, but it's pretty good.
Something new and
Watch
interesting about the
in my
current
butt.
situation on how or what the is how to fight this entity is the
Unless
question.
it might be like how to get to it, because that's what we're dealing with right now. If it's current situation, it's like how do we get to it?
Cool. How do you get to it? You can tell the direction he was putting the cart. He was pushing the right way.
Cool. The candle like flickers towards that direction. Dowser walks over.
Wait.
What?
I'm gonna adjust my answer in accordance to the
Okay.
candle. So the flame of the way it flickers, it billows larger, acknowledging that you have asked it as such, and then it starts to tilt. And I'm gonna make sure I'm doing this with the camera. It starts to tilt, and then it starts to point down one end of the hallway,
Wow.
and it starts to stretch longer and longer, and then the tip starts to swirl, and
That's
then it
cool.
blinks out.
Cool. So
That was sick as hell.
the flames have spoken. We walk the way.
Well, can we take a mine cart?
Dowser?
Is there another minecart on the track that is
It was-
not the one full of explosives?
There are two tracks in this particular hallway.
Okay.
One full of explosives, one not full of explosives. So
Will we all fit in the other minecart?
sure.
Okay. I was gonna say if not,
Well, you
I
have
have
huge hands.
I have bend bars
Not your
with
arms.
gates, in which I can. Well, this is to destroy stuff, so I guess maybe not.
All I can do is destroy.
Destroy!
These hands are made for doom.
Everything I touch turns into broken.
Everything I touch gets the broken
My name
tag.
is Hit Single.
What was your name again?
Oh, it was.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get it.
Oh, what's your name?
Oh, it's Darian. Darian the dwarf.
Darian the dwarf. Okay, that's easy to remember. I like alliteration.
Hey, Darian.
I would probably forget my name if it wasn't alliterative.
Real fast. You mind if I just pat you down? Make sure you don't get any weapons or like things you can use to seal us in the cave or fucking rubies on you.
You're my saviors. I would never betray
Cool,
you.
great.
Okay, my huge hands are like patting down all of the pockets and just making sure that there's nothing in there.
Yeah, he has miscellaneous crap. He does have a knife.
Take the knife.
Yeah, but can I?
We'll leave the knife. You might need it
But he
for...
might. But you trust him? You,
I mean, yeah,
put this
kinda.
on you. If I give him the knife, fine. But you gotta trust him.
All right, I sort of trust him. You're a little erratic.
I just want to leave. And
I know.
you handle
You're.
this.
There's been some trauma. There's some...
Okay.
All of my friends are dead.
Wait, they're all
He
dead?
doesn't grab it.
Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's right. Wait, all your friends are dead?
Well, I mean, and I guess in the metaphorical sense. I mean, some of them literally, but a lot of them.
You are
in the-
making yourself so suspicious.
Well, I can't help it if I have been facing off like a nightmarish entity which has corrupted the minds of my coworkers and beloved companions, turning them into hollow husks of their former selves.
Yeah, totally on board with that. But there's no rubies. You don't have any rubies.
They're evil rubies.
Did you look at the rubies?
I did not.
Did
I
it get
tried
you?
to stay away.
You tried to stay away.
They dragged people up.
Did you successfully stay away?
I hid.
That's not an
They
answer to my
came for
question.
us, and I hid.
Out of nowhere, you
I could
feel,
have done something, but I hid.
you feel a brush of wind, or like it feels like a brush, immediately followed by a slap.
Ow, right on the cat bite.
Will you pull yourself together? You are the only one who knows what's going on. We are willing to help you, and we want to help.
We're
But
saviors.
we need you to have your head clearly on your shoulders. Am I saying that right?
Yes. No, that's all good.
Very good, Doctor.
So that you can help us help you.
Yeah.
Lead
I
the
am
way.
just as scared as you are. I have
Okay.
heard this entity in my head, but I am trying to get over it. I hope you do as well.
Okay. Then. Okay, if we're all looking at me, then.
Are we getting in these cars or not?
Yeah, let's. One of us could push the cart and we could get some momentum going.
Definitely push the cart.
And then I suppose we could ride the other one. Yeah. Or we could, split some of the TNT so we have half in one, half in the other, then we could
Doctor
both
should
push.
not be
I feel
anywhere
like
near a
no
bomb.
TNT is a good.
No, I think we take the TNT. I'll be in the cart that has the TNT.
We could fit a person or two in one and then the rest of us in the other.
I'll be in the cart with the TNT. I'll be very careful. I'll have my eyes open. I'll be looking
Okay.
around. All right.
All right, nobility.
I have quick reflexes. What are
Okay.
nobility? Oh.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take.
Fisherman.
Everyone is in the carts.
I'm in the
Yeah, I'll get in the
non-dynamite
cart.
cart.
I'm going to. So I'm gonna turn around from where I am in one of the carts and use my hands to push both
Hell
carts
yeah.
off.
Yeah, you can do that like hell.
Cool. I just do it.
Sweet.
And
Cool.
I would like
Love to be strong.
I would like to basically be like scouting. Like I'm sure like discern realities is probably what I'm doing. Just like making sure as we're going along, nothing's going to jump out at us.
Cool.
And I'm going to enlist Hazelnut to help me with that.
Cool.
So
What'd you roll?
2 6s.
Fucking
Oh, so ask me a couple questions.
So with Hazelnuts that and my bonus, which would what is that? Discern realities is wisdom. Just so
You're at
everyone
15.
knows, no, I'm at 16.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because Hazelnut's cunning is a +2, and I
Oh,
use
shit.
cunning
Holy
for that.
shit.
Cool. Great. So,
So you
16.
just know everything.
Yeah. So discern realities. Do I get like
You got
Should
3
be
questions.
3 questions, yeah. And we are currently riding in 2
That
carts
second one
down
was
this
good,
tunnel.
William.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
well, this 2. Okay. So what? Yeah.
Also, the second to last one would be probably good. Also.
Here is not.
And the third one.
Okay, so I
Really
do
all of
want.
them.
I do want. What should I be on the lookout for? Or no, I know what I'm on the lookout for. What happened here recently?
What happened here recently? Cool. Similar to what they're describing, miners who were possessed caught and captured miners who were not possessed and dragged them deep into the bowels of stone to come face to face with the entity, where they will also become possessed.
Okay. Then I'm gonna.
That's the title, Bowels of Stone.
Is it?
What here?
Yeah, that's fair.
I said so.
Okay.
What here is not what it appears to be?
What here that is not what it
this
appears to
fucking
be?
dwarf.
Cool. Yeah, that is not what it appears to be. So it appears like this tunnel is going straight, as tunnels do, moving forward, and it's starting to shift, turn, tilt, warp, and spiral.
And then my last question is, what is about to happen?
What is about to happen? Cool. Yeah, reality is gonna start taking some funky little changes as we descend deeper into the mine. And we are about to enter as our carts roll out into the main shaft? Shaft. Centerpiece of the mine, which opens up into this roller coaster web of mine that, which, if any of you can imagine a mine, you imagine there's probably a logical system of how carts and rails should go. Perhaps elevators to lift and descend. But no, this has become some kind of demented roller coaster of mines. All of them eventually leading to a deep chasm going on. And there are, as you also enter this, you're not the only people riding mine carts. What are we doing?
Fuck.
Should we all have we been noticed yet? Can we tell?
And we're in two different carts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, judging by the howling coming from two carts of miners with faces in various states of perpetual agony and rot.
All right.
Yeah, you've been
Paint
noticed.
it for me, Shade.
Yeah. So okay, we're in a chasm of varying different railways. We're on this cart. We're not the only ones on carts, though. There are other miners who are on carts, and they look very disturbed, like something is doing something to them.
So we're all in different rows. Oh.
And then also, just keep in mind, everybody, that we are here to save those miners. If there's a way to do this without killing them, that's exactly what we want to do.
They're knocking crossbow bolts.
Don't worry, I'm gonna knock
I-
crossbow bolts as well. I want to do called shots and shoot their arrows out of the sky.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Cool.
I also have a plan.
Cool. All right, cool. Roll that as they begin firing upon your cart as we start really descending that. Cool. Here's how this is gonna be. Let's make some actions. We're going to and we're about to hit that descent, and things are about to start going real fast. What are we doing?
Wait. Sorry. Go ahead.
Are there any flames in the opposing carts,
Not within the opposing carts.
or nearby, or that they may be passing?
You know what? Sure. One of them they both have lanterns
Cool.
hung on the
Cool.
carts.
I'm readying a move called Zuko style, so I will be attempting to bend one of those lanterns flames to my will.
Cool.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
So, are these? I want to kind of get a sense of the geography. I know you said it's kind of kaleidoscope, but are they headed towards us?
You
are they across
can't tell
the
up from
thing?
down. You can't tell what's going where theirs going where.
Okay, really, why I'm asking is I would like to like dump them out of the minecarts somewhere.
Cool.
Like I want to, because I have bend bars, lift gates, where I can just destroy stuff.
Cool.
So I could just destroy the minecarts,
Yeah.
and then
Theoretically, whenever they get within reach.
yeah.
Cool.
So can I just like ready that
What
action?
if you could reach their what the rails that they're on?
Yeah.
What if you bend them up so that they go up and then back?
But we
like,
don't
so-
know where they're going. Is the only thing.
Things start getting real fast as you hit that curve and start going down. Bolts are flying at you. What did we roll?
Okay, so I'm having Hazelnut be a second set of eyes for me to keep track of all of them because it's multiple like things. So that I have. So that makes it 10 even.
10 even. Cool.
And actually, instead of doing bolts, I'm going to be shooting their arms because I want them to drop the crossbows completely.
Cool.
Which on a 10 plus to the arm on a called shot, they drop anything they're holding and I do damage to them.
Sweet. Roll some damage for me.
Cool. And that's just gonna be 1. Nice. Nice. 1 damage. And I'll blot out the sun. So how many of them are there?
It's 2 cards of them right now, 3 and 3.
3 and 3. I'm going to spend 3 ammo and make 3 of them drop their crossbows.
Shit, that's all 3 of them in 1 card. As they lock down, thump, 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 they drop it off.
And they each only take 1 damage.
Perfect.
And just so you know, I have 2 ammo left.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
What I would like to do, Spencer, are these cards made of wood?
Wood and metal, yeah.
Wood, there is wood, so
Cool.
The flame in that lantern. What I would like to
Not
do,
straw, but go on.
yeah. I would like to, if I roll well, manipulate the flame to take the shape and movement that I desire, which is going to be a hand reaching out of the lantern to grab the side of the cart and start setting it on fire.
Okay.
My goal being they will get out of the cart onto the tracks, hopefully. So
Okay.
this would remove them as a threat without killing them. That's what I'm going for, but I have to roll plus wisdom.
Yeah.
That's an 8. So, on a 7 to 9, the effect is short-lived, lasting only a moment.
Cool. The cart, if it's short-lived, lasting only a moment, the hand bursts out, giving you clear illumination that not all of them look very alive. They seem rotted, desiccated. Some of them seem like they have crystals growing out of their face.
Gotcha. Do some of them seem alive?
Yeah, sure. We'll say 1 out of 3 both cards.
Okay. Maybe the ones with the lanterns?
Yeah. The lanterns, in my mind, are like hung on part of the cart.
Oh, sure.
Kind of
Okay,
like,
cool.
sort of in the front, leading it. And by that regards, both, well, not the one that Darian the dwarf was pushing. They put that one out. There was an unextinguished one on the cart that the rest of y'all jumped in, if any of you chose to light that.
Okay. Okay, so I want to wait until they are until a cart is right next to us.
Cool.
And
the
then-
one that we just shot on seems to be on a collision course that is going to be classing pretty close to. The other one seems to be swooping up and almost seems overhead opposite you.
Okay. So let me tell you what I'm picturing, and maybe you can help me make this work.
Cool.
But what I'm picturing is like this area is like a bunch of things that go down, or is it just like everywhere there's
It's everywhere. It's going up and down. It could go any
and gravity
particular
is
way.
just like whatever.
A little fucky right now.
Okay, so I want to tip their minecart into like the most open section that I can, so that they just fly out onto. And the idea being either they will like fly to like the top or the bottom. Like I just want to dump them into the gorge,
sure.
basically.
Yeah, the one that they've been disarmed, you'll have a moment to just shove that off the rails if you'd like.
I think I would. Is there a chance to do the other one? Because I think I'd rather.
It's gonna be a few moves before that one's close enough to do that.
So this one then.
For sure. Pocket, what's going on with us?
Throughout this chamber, you hear a sudden. Man, I wish I had a sound effect, but like this echoing off the walls, a hawk cry, and Pocket has turned into a hawk.
Cool.
Pocket turned into a hawk.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Did you roll for hold?
What?
So as a hawk, you'll have
Oh,
several
sorry. Those
hawk-related
were one of the
moves.
things that I thought.
Yeah.
happened.
Which I imagine.
Roll again.
Yeah. That was not a deliberate drop.
Wow. Wow.
Yikes.
Maybe I don't turn into a hawk.
I think.
What is the
true?
shape
I think you don't.
Plus was 2 of 4. Okay. On a miss, hold 1 in addition to whatever the GM says.
Cool. Hold 1 in addition to whatever the GM says. Cool. So you don't fully transform, but you feel your body start to shrink. You feel your lips start to harden and turn into a beak, but it just kind of stops, kind of pinching there. And you feel wings sprout from your back. And the rest of you can see that some of these feathers are like red crystals.
Fuck.
Wait, coming from me? Oh,
That's real bad.
Crystals, Dowser, bad.
That's real bad.
Am I able to fly? Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I start flying at. Can I get kind of like a scope of like, what am I trying to say? Like, can I see down into the chasm? Like, what's it down there?
Yeah.
I don't know what that would be. Discern
Cool.
realities.
Yeah, it's certain realities.
Okay.
The miners in the other cart are now lighting their bolts on fire, by the way. Since the side of that flicked up, they had the brilliant idea.
And nothing happens.
Flame.
Yeah, good luck.
Sweet. Well, now that there are flaming bolts coming at you, you were rolling to do something with the cart that was coming by.
Yeah, so I rolled a 7 on Ben Bar's lift gates. Or, I'm sorry, a 7 plus 2 strength, which is when you use pure strength to destroy an inanimate object, roll plus strength. On a 7 and 9, I get to choose 2 out of... It doesn't take very long, nothing of value is damaged, it doesn't make an inordinate amount of noise, and you can fix the thing again without a lot of effort. I think probably it doesn't take a very long time, and it doesn't make an inordinate amount of noise, so that I'm not attracting the attention of the other cart, and I am able to do it in the time that they are passing us.
For sure. Cool. Yeah. Then I imagine you're able to just slug or chop the wheels to kind of disrail that.
I'm just kind of... What I'm kind of picturing is just waiting for them to, like, go by us, and then I'm just going to push.
Cool. Well, as that happened, since they no longer were able to really use the crossbows, 2 of them were getting ready to clamber on the sides and were looking to get ready to jump. Cool. So you have 2 that as you push, you destroy it. One of them tumbles off to the side and rolls off into the darkness. You have 2 hanging on to the side of the cart. Salamander, what have we done?
The side of the cart. So the cart is still rolling.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
one is. Okay.
The first cart is out of commission. It's splinters since it's not easily repaired.
Gotcha. Okay. So there are only 2 left total.
There are
One full cart
the 3
gone.
firing flaming bolts at you, as well as the
Right.
2 now clinging
Okay.
and climbing into your cart.
Okay.
Into our cart.
Into
They
our
jumped
cart.
onto us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yours was the one with the dynamite, correct?
No.
No? Cool. The flaming bolts are being shot at you.
Oh, okay.
The 2 that are climbing in, I would like to look them in the eyes and just scream and let them see the fire in my soul and try to parlay them off our frickin' cart.
Cool.
Is that reasonable? Would this perhaps be... No, okay, well, I could say, this is not where you want to be, Dowser! And use my firebrand and introduce a new idea to an NPC. Is that more appropriate, maybe?
In my mind, I think of these figures that you are fighting as relatively mindless, just to be transparent, or the
So,
mind is
okay.
not one of their own, and that mind which is not their own is something of a much greater magnitude. So I'm not 100% certain on how this will out, but why don't you roll and let's see what happens?
Should I just do parlay then? Just try to
Yeah, let's roll plus
basically
charisma.
intimidate them off of the...
Yeah.
Nope. Okay, so I'm going to do this, though. That is a 3 plus 2, which is 5. I'm going to use the advanced move Burns Twice as Bright. When you channel the Flames of Fate, so as I yell at them, I'm going to have some of the flames from, like, the lanterns lick, past their heads and just, like, into me. And I can treat a missed roll as a 7 to 9, or a 7 to 9 result as a 10 plus. So I have to tell the GM something I've lost, an emotion or memory or some innate piece of my being. Then I have another move I have to use before I can use this again. So it's a 7 to 9 now, but I also have to tell you what I've lost. Which, like, I'd be willing to make it my ability to be scary, because that is, like, what I'm doing. This is, like, I'm summoning all of the fear that I can rouse in people in this one move. As these 2, like, bolts of flame that I summoned over add new burn marks on my shoulders.
Cool. Their eyes seem dull red and lifeless, but you still see fear flicker across from them as the two clinging to your cart let go and drift off into the void that is becoming the backdrop of this roller coaster of madness. Flaming arrows are flying at us.
I'm rolling defend, which is I can stand in defense of a person, an item, or a location. I'm going to stand in defense of the dynamite. So basically I roll plus con, and then I get to, depending on how that goes, I have some holds that I can use, which 7 to 9, I hold 1. And I rolled an 8.
For sure.
So the holds that I can choose from: redirect an attack from the thing you defend to yourself, have the attack's effect or damage, open up the attacker to an ally, giving that ally +1 forward going to the attacker, or deal damage to the attacker equal to my level. I am going to basically, as I stand in defense of the dynamite, any arrows that come for us will not hit the cart or the dynamite, they will all hit me.
Cool. Sweet. We'll roll in a defense. So then, why don't you roll me a d6?
Okay. 1.
Take 3 minus your armor damage.
Okay.
Bless you.
Wait, how many are coming at me?
There are 3 of them firing bolts.
Do you want me to do the thing where I roll 3 times and we take the highest?
Oh shit, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I was just thinking the +1 for each.
Yeah.
I mean, I slid that around. Yeah, roll,
Oh, okay.
roll. Yeah.
Which ends up being 4.
4, yeah. What was I thinking of? Mass combat, yeah. I was thinking of +1 for each. That's not quite it.
No,
Yeah. You
Yeah.
take that much damage.
Okay, so I take 4.
Sweet.
Cool.
-1 for my armor, so 3. Okay.
Pocket, what are we doing? You have sprouted wings. You have 1 hole. You feel confident you could fly for a short burst.
And are there still any more attackers?
There is 1 cart that has been firing the flaming bolts at you. Right now, you're almost about to be overhead their cart, at their cart in specific. So you're kind of going whoosh. Let me make sure your camera can see that. So you're kind of guarded to do the loop-de-loop right round. While you have started to turn and are kind of doing a loop-de-loop of sorts, kind of going vertical.
Okay.
In my semi-transformation hat, do I have talons?
Yeah.
Okay, then can I go ahead?
They're
and
bright
just,
red. They hurt coming out. What?
They hurt came out.
They hurt coming out.
Like Wolverine do.
Yeah, like Wolverine do.
Official cans.
So then I'll go ahead and I'm gonna I don't know what this would be, but I want to swoop down and then take the whatever they are.
Yeah, you can swoop to the other cart and latch into them.
Yeah.
Cool. That sounds like. Tell you what, roll me. That sounds like a hack and slash, roughly, since it's turning into a maneuver.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can I see shapeshifter real quick? I wonder if that changes any bonuses you have.
Wait, what do you mean?
Just
For sure. Innate abilities, claws, wings, gills, breathing water into the air, normal stats, but some moves may be harder to trigger. Yeah, for sure. Roll plus strength.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
4.
not good. They were waiting and expecting to do so. As you you see an opening made, and you sink your claws in one's chest, and immediately it wraps its arm around you and all 3 of you, and the cart starts to tilt and teeter, and it falling on another track, which just starts sliding down, and it starts heading towards the little vacuum at the base.
This is clearly much too heavy for me to
You have 3 possessed miners clinging to you.
I'd like to defy danger and leap out of the cart, like swan dive style down to.
You have the perfect opportunity as you start swinging directly over it.
I would also like to do this.
Cool.
I think I was thinking about doing it too. When you said you were going to, I was gonna not. But if you're also doing it, I would.
Actually, I'm about to do it.
Okay.
And I look at everybody and I point at them and do the cut sign, don't do it. I take Hazelnut and I throw her into their cart.
Okay.
And I want to do it in a way where it's very sneaky, subtle, which I think that would be Defy Danger, which I can do using Hazelnut as a command, because this is a scout, which is something she's trained.
Yeah.
I'm throwing my cat. I'm throwing my cat to save my sister.
I would fly!
I have big long arms and big hands to catch her.
I'm a bud now.
Okay. All right.
In fact, if you fail, I'm going to aid you by using my big hands.
10.
Okay. Cool. But it's like a catcher's mitt. It's like
Okay, so 10. I take Hazelnut by the scruff on the back of her neck, and I go, and I just take her and really quick and just go, keep hidden and make sure Pocket knows you're there.
Okay.
But I do it with an accent.
Okay.
Keep hidden and make sure that Pocket knows that you're there.
I'm a ninja.
Into their cart. And I'm just gonna let that go down.
Oh, I see. I totally misunderstood what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. We got 2 more carts coming in from other tunnels. We have one coming down directly around, and another kind of off from 12 o'clock position, whatever the hell that means.
Bend the rails. Just get rid of them.
Okay. I'm going to try to do that.
I also may have a way to do that. Let me know if this fits for this on the other set of rails, the one he's doing.
Hey, emulator heat does not melt steel rails.
No, but it does. You may use your hands in place of tools and fire to craft metal objects. This isn't crafting a metal object, but it is altering a metal object.
You can craft it into not what it is.
You can unmake these things as well, but to do so without time and safety might require you to defy danger first. This certainly would. It does specifically say mundane weapons, armor, and metal jewelry can all be formed from the raw components. So this is we're being... I may be able to do this at your discretion.
Yeah.
But
sure. What are we doing? Do it.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to roll to defy danger to also do what you're doing. So,
okay.
So we can get both.
Do you want us both to roll?
Yeah.
I know I'm doing different.
So if I understand it,
bars.
we are trying to destroy the rails that the opposing carts are riding on.
So I'm going to take the 2 rails and just pull them apart so that they just fly off into the void.
And that roll. And then I would. Is there a separate set of rails that the other one's on?
God damn
it!
We're in Donkey Kong country now.
What the fuck? We are not in Donkey Kong country, let me tell you.
Well, we are though because we're on rails and minecarts. And
that was a 2.
Yeah, you're right.
You rolled Snake Eyes?
Yeah, that's them Snake Eyes, y'all.
Hey, better than when I was throwing my cat.
Cool.
So that's a 4 total.
I want to see what Jonas got. I'm sorry, what Dowser got, and then we'll resolve that because I know exactly what happens there.
And I wanted to clarify: are these 2 carts? Or I guess there's 3 carts. Are they all going to be going on the same track, or can I be targeting a different track than him? Because that was the idea.
So there are now 5 carts in this. It would feel crowded if the room felt like the walls just kind of faded off into the void. We have the 1 cart that Shade is still in, which has the dynamite. Pocket is the first of the 2 carts that we found. One of them has been destroyed. One of them has captured Pocket and is now sliding on its side, kind of into the basin of the pit. We have 2 more which have just joined on. Then we have yours going on.
Yeah.
So
what I'm wondering is, of those 2, are they going to be on the same track, or could we be targeting different tracks?
They're on different tracks.
Okay, cool. So we're targeting different ones.
Okay.
The one that I'm on is a 7 to 9, no matter what stat I'm using for Defy Danger. Which means I stumble, hesitate, or flinch. So you'll offer me a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice.
Cool. Yeah. Worst outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. Cool. So as Brant's hands reach over, the momentum interrupting, you don't rake out you don't break apart the rails as much as you are immediately yanked out of the cart.
Sweet.
You can melt the other rail or you can catch Brant.
I'm going to...
You are a salamander. There's
no way I would imagine I could catch Brant.
No.
Yeah, I'm... Sorry, Brant, you'll be fine.
That's cool.
And I'm going to bend them in opposite directions, kind of what he was going to do. But this is less forceful and more like... It's graceful.
Yeah. And then the cart immediately hits him. They're flung off into the void.
Him?
One of the mine
the
cards.
card hits
hanging
that.
out.
Okay, cool.
Brant, I picture you hanging on for dear life. You're these rails are slippery, and you feel like you're on a slide, being sucked to this little.
At the bottom?
Yeah, but
Is that where she's going?
it is.
Well-
We're doing something right over here, weren't we?
Just finished with.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because we're about to go underneath.
Yeah.
If that's where she's going already, I'm just gonna jump after her.
Cool. Tell you what, roll me Defy Danger plus Dex. You might be able to latch onto the cart.
Do I have to roll plus dex?
If you want to make a different pitch, you're welcome to.
So strength says powering through. I think if I hit the ground and am in any pain, that would require powering through. Or if I hit whatever I land on is
I
going
would
to
say
require.
there's really not ground at this point. It's more
Okay.
of like this manic clown roller coaster ride that's warping and shifting like Harry Potter stairs.
Gotcha.
And it's kind of floating in space more than anything.
Okay, what about I guess maybe a better pitch for this might be Constitution, so by enduring the fall to wherever I'm going.
All right, for sure.
Come on, dice. Come on, you failed me all night tonight. Come on.
That's a 1.
Five.
all night, that's what-
That's a 5 plus 1 is a 6.
Cool.
So don't
There's
think
no way
that's
I can
really
help
gonna.
right now.
Just don't think that's really gonna do it for old Brant there.
If you'll see, I put fall damage on our sheet.
Cool.
Cool. Tell you what, just roll me a d8 as you're impaled on one of the damaged.
Could
rails.
kill is a normal could kill a common person as a D10 of damage. Might break some bones as a D8 of damage.
Sounds solid.
Like that. Yeah.
D8.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 4.
Cool.
And
Take that much damage.
Yeah, and I think that ignores armor.
Agree.
Okay.
Add the tag ignore armor if the source of the damage is particularly large, like falling. Yeah.
I'm picturing you've been impaled on one of the iridescent searing rails that Dowser had just pulled apart.
Oh, that's real bad. Ooh, boy. Sorry. That hurts quite a bit.
Dowser!
Okay. So you're still going down.
And it feels like there's a blast of air blowing past you.
Can I shapeshift again?
Yeah.
Become a hippopotamus. Oh, that's the good stuff.
That's what I see.
Just a 10. Yeah.
10 plus.
Just a 10.
I'm gonna turn into a bat.
Okay, cool.
So does that help me break free from the people clutching
The
me?
sudden shrinkage does allow you to break free.
Okay,
shrinkage,
Sam.
Jerry.
Okay.
It's just the shrinkage, Jerry.
The sudden shrinkage.
Okay.
I want to make a point. I didn't say a word. William brought this into
I
the
saw
public
you
sphere.
spike that camera so hard.
It's on YouTube forever now. But you're not able to change in time to stop yourself from going through. And what feels like a very immediate vertical drop deposit you on a horizontal plane. And you're sitting on an island. It's kind of like a rock
Drinking a mimosa.
suspending in space. And what seems like a violent red crack floats in the air before you.
So this island is in like a black void.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spooky.
Can I discern reality?
Yeah.
Because I don't know this is
That
reality.
sounds like a great call right now.
Discerning some reality.
Oh, realities, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 8. God, everything's wisdom. Why did anyway? 8.
Also,
Oh, so
we probably should have made your wisdom the 16 because you're a druid. That's our bad.
Listen, y'all, it's our first time playing.
I've never played a tabletop game before.
Never played tabletop before.
oh, okay, I can only ask one. So
Druid strong.
I mean, what's about to happen?
What is about to happen is that the soul within the stone is going to beckon you closer. In a voice.
Resist!
You have a +1 to acting on
Yeah.
this.
Ooh.
Shit, that's a defy danger.
Defy danger, yeah.
Shit, yeah.
I think that succeeds no
You're
matter what.
+1. Cool, yeah.
She rolled an 11?
You feel, and this is like, again, like if, and you can Google this, look up like how a vein of mineral looks like, and it really looks like a splash or a crack of color, you know, just with the surrounding stone having faded into the void. And it cracks like red lightning, and it more or less flies towards you. It doesn't move through physical space, but we're not exactly in physical space anymore.
Right.
And
Also,
you
I'm
repel it
I'm
as you feel
realizing.
it sinking its teeth into you.
Sorry, what?
I'm sorry, teeth, what? Yeah, cool. So you feel that you have rebuked a very definite attempt at overtaking your mind.
Okay. But I also feel teeth.
It feels like a lot more than teeth. And it feels like it is biting all over your body. It feels like lightning. It feels like fire. It feels like broken glass. Little lonely cat. Come, baby. Relax. What's going up top?
Okay, this hurts quite a bit. I wish you had not made these on fire.
I'm sorry.
You'll have a
Pretty
chance.
bad, honestly.
You're swinging around. You're circling over Brand right now.
I would like to. Did you just set up that they're still on fire?
Well, you said they're the
fiery
ones
hot.
you pulled apart, right?
Well,
So they're like,
yeah.
You're a
If they
desert.
are, I could maybe use Zuko style to get you out of this.
yes, do it.
Can I use Zuko style?
Can you Zuko style the molten metal that Brand is impaled
That's
upon
the
to
idea.
move Brand? Yes, this will hurt. But
The
yes.
idea is to basically undo what I did and just straighten them back out of Brant. So I'm basically doing what I just did, but now at range, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling Zuko style, which is plus wisdom. And that is a 6 plus 0. So that is a failure. So I don't do it.
Cool. What's your damage die?
We're so fucking inept.
It's a D8. Should I roll it?
Yeah, roll it.
8.
Brand, guess how much
You're not
damage
supposed to pull it out. You're not supposed to pull it out.
Armor piercing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Cool. Brand, do you want to try and get yourself out of this? And
would-
do you want to go somewhere? There's no ground beneath your feet.
Yeah, I would like to do that. The first thing I'm gonna do. I'll tell you what. The first thing I'm gonna do is grab my fucking Gatorade bottle off my belt and slam back a
We're sponsored.
health potion.
Not.
Cool.
Minorade.
Minor healing aid.
Minor healing aid.
Mighty juice.
While you're doing that, I'm also going to cast Cure Light Wounds as I'm like passing by you. What's
Cool.
my cart doing?
Your cart, you're starting to get closer. You can feel the rotations are narrowing as you're circling the drain.
Cool. I'm gonna keep going that way. Whoops. Okay, 7. Interesting.
The bear giveth, the bear taketh.
Okay, so on a 7 and 9,
What? No,
the spell is cast.
No offerings? Okay, you get to cast the magic this time. What a strange deity.
So you are going to revoke the spell because the 3 things you can do is I draw unwelcome attention and put myself on the spot. The GM will tell you how. You're casting distances you from your deity. Take -1 ongoing to cast a spell until the next time you commune.
Yeah.
Or do you want to revoke the spell?
If the spell is cast, I think this is an ongoing -1 because the bear god is displeased. You've cast 5 spells and you haven't made 1 offering?
That's
What
true.
the hell?
That's fair. I've been doing a lot of spell casting.
A lot of healing specifically,
Yeah.
which is probably the hardest one for the bear to give you. So.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have a -1 ongoing, and I'll just. I think there's every time I want to cast a spell, I just go to avoid with the bear, and I'm like, okay,
Please.
I understand. That's very fair. I get it.
I mean, it's not like I'm an infinite well of arcane power, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I've got other clerics
understand.
too.
Magic doesn't grow on trees.
and I
You've got
I did,
kids.
I
You're
really,
not even a full cleric.
I'm very aware, but I did give myself to you, like as a disciple. So I would, I would ask for some mutual respect here. I agree. I have asked a lot today. There's a lot going on. You know what? There's this like red ruby like thing that's trying to take over people's minds.
Oh, that sounds... what does it sound like?
I don't know.
Good, bad.
Probably bad.
Bad.
Okay, well, thank you.
I'm a neutral guy.
I appreciate it. And I come back and I cast Cure
Neutral
Light
gods
Wounds.
get their morality from their followers.
That is 5.
Okay.
5.
How much does my
points.
health potion? I have 2 health potions.
For sure.
How much do they give me?
D8?
8?
D8.
D8. Okay, so a D8 plus
I just gave you 5.
5. Cool. Yeah, that'll be good. Please be an 8. Okay,
That's not bad.
11. Cool. That's pretty good.
And I'm just like coasting down. Sorry, I interrupted you rolling to get yourself out of the fucking like rails. Didn't I?
Yeah, so essentially I just want to use my big strong arms to grab the rails and like push myself off
Cool.
into this, because we're all going to the same place anyway.
Cool. Roll.
Okay. Defy danger?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'll try.
Please, God, please. Please, Dice God.
Christ!
That's Snake Eyes again?
Wow.
So
Where's Teddy? Where's those Teddy dice?
This is one of them.
so Brant, the pain is very
like Franny.
intense,
No shit!
Yikes.
and the world fades to black as you kind of
fuck.
faint from. You peel yourself off successfully. Let me tell you.
Oh, but
When you just
faint
fall?
and fall? That's bad. That's real bad. Actually, no. I have read about this sort of thing. It's better to fall if you are not.
Oh, okay.
If you're
I was
just
gonna say,
It is.
all right,
Your
Kiwi.
body
Yeah.
relaxes,
Yes.
and
It's
so
if you're trying to survive a fall from a plank,
Just fall asleep.
just like
honestly,
chill. It's just a fall. Like don't worry about it. It's
the
like
looser your body is, the more likely you are to survive the fall.
Am I in leaping distance to Brant right now?
yeah, there are bolts flying at you though.
I will
Take a
defy
chance.
that danger.
Do it.
And I would like this to
Whoa,
be.
wait, there are still bolts flying at us?
There was one cart left.
That's right. Oh, God, and I'm in a
Um,
dynamite cart.
I'd like this to be, I think, intelligence, if that's okay, to find the route of least arrow as I'm going, like
Yeah.
the best way
Yeah.
to jump from.
Analyzing their trajectories to be like they're gonna shoot there, they're gonna land there. If I go there, I'll probably only get hit by one.
Oh,
I only get hit by one. Roll
Um,
me another d6.
I'm at a 6. You want to give me a hand? Is there any way you think you
Yeah,
could?
what can I do? I'm
could-
further down. I'm circling the drain
Yeah.
already.
you cast another
What were you doing?
I'm leaping from above onto Brant.
You're leaping from above onto Brant.
He's riding me like the surfboard.
I'm trying to get to Brant without getting hit by arrows, basically.
Then, okay, all right. Then let's see if I can. If I'm aiding, I'll just draw their fire.
Okay.
So
Of
that's
like whichever ones I didn't calculate correctly to get missed by.
yeah. So that's how
Those
that's
ones.
how I'll aid if I can do this.
Cool.
Coolio.
God.
So
I'll
give
draw-
a holler, make yourself a large target.
I'll be like, "There's dynamite in here." Oh no!
No shit.
Okay.
Was that good or bad?
No, I have that's a 5.
Okay.
So,
So we
on a
both
on a
fail.
5 for an aid.
You make it worse, don't you?
No.
No, I mean yes, I do because like it's a fail.
So that's
It's a fail,
a
but-
-2 to the
No.
roll, is it not?
No,
No,
you-
no. -2 is something you can choose to do.
It's
Oh,
not
that's
It's
for the
just, you get a
interfere.
hard move on top of the hard move that you get for me just jumping in anyway.
On
So-
top of the hard
so
move
you
making me
both
fall into
succeed
the
at doing the
fucking
things.
place.
You roll me a d6, you get hit by an arrow.
Okay.
Yeah, and you made yourself
6.
a target. Good job. A flaming arrow has hit the dynamite.
Is any of this damage?
It hasn't gone off
I know,
yet,
I know.
but it's sunk into the wood, and it's starting to burn.
Spencer got hit by an arrow. This is a flaming arrow, right?
Yeah.
Is any of this 6 damage fire?
Yeah. Half? Half down the middle?
Cool. So I'll take 3 instead of 6 because I cannot be harmed by non-magical heat
I should have raised the damage on that.
and fire.
They weren't fire originally. We had that
Well, here,
later.
why don't I not take this D4 of fire damage?
Cool. D4 out of the 6.
Cool. Oh, okay. So then I'll just take 2.
Yeah, and I'm the min-maxer.
For sure. Well, that's a basic class feature.
You both min-max pretty well, though. I like it.
So, okay.
It's awesome.
Giant.
Do I still land on brand? Just so I know.
You're able to land on brand.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have a thing I want to do. I don't have to do it right now, but I'm ready for it. So.
Hey, little buddy.
Is Hazelnut with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, well, except for in the void. You're in the void. That's right.
Hazelnut is with Pocket in the void, though.
Oh, cool.
It's not like a psych. It is a portal. We will call it a portal. We have transferred a barrier between realities, and we are in a different dimension of sorts.
Can I do studied essence?
Yeah. What does that do?
When you spend time in contemplation of an animal spirit, you may add its species to those you can assume using shapeshifting.
That's more. I think would
Become an eldritch god.
Is that what you're trying to do? To
understand it better.
Please.
Roll.
Rule of awesome.
Rule of cool.
That's
Rule of extremely
that's
cool.
11 flat. That's 11
Yeah.
already.
I don't know what it's plus though.
11
Where's
flat
the
is
thing?
already a success.
Mm-hmm. As good a success as
Oh,
can
you
get.
don't need to roll on it usually, but Spencer was having you roll because
Oh, okay.
we're in hell. Also, that was a very extreme thing.
You feel the broken glass that has become your being mend. And you feel your body crystallize. And you feel this pulsating energy of teeth and lightning shift and return to where it once was. And this crack of vibrant red ore, like blood through the mountain, starts turning blue.
Fuck yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh my
You hear a
God.
hiss, a howling, and it's like 1,000 screams at your mind. It does not like that.
I talk back to it, but my talking is
You're not my real mom.
are these like muffled what almost sounds like notes, like God, I don't know how to explain it, but like
I'm seeing it like chords, like tones.
yeah, and then
where
they're
this
rippling.
is shattering and clashes you're sending out.
Yeah, and they're rippling to break this like glass teeth that are coming. So it's like this.
Roll something for me.
Oh God.
Just roll plus whatever is your best. Roll plus 2. Fuck it.
But for what?
We're off the rails now.
Oh, okay.
Literally.
9.
9. Cool. You're able to keep it at bay. You feel cracks forming within yourself as your symphony of sorts that you're sending outward to muffle this scream and howling, this being of shattering. And you find an equilibrium for a moment as I believe we were circling the drain.
Yeah.
Coolio, we are moments away from going in. Are we doing anything outside, or were you going in?
I want to try to like get this thing going as fast as possible.
Cool.
Like, so I just want to like be like leaning because it's kind of going downward. So I want to lean to the
Like lean
end
forward.
of the cart.
Uh-huh.
And I'm keeping an eye on the arrow that's on fire, the bolt that's on fire. And I want to like pass through like whatever's going. I just want to go.
Okay, this could go very poorly.
Yeah.
Cool. Make me a very climactic roll.
Okay. Hold on. Well,
This would be a die fight danger if you want to call
yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
I just dropped a die and it was.
You know what?
You can parlay it to me.
I would like to put a pause on this roll given the potential outcome.
Yep.
Okay.
What's going on here?
So I've landed. It looks like when I was on top of what was his name, Peter, the troll. But this time it's my friend. And I'm just like looking at you. It's like
I'm unconscious.
Brant, listen. And Dowser like uses his fingers and just pulls Brant's eyes open.
Oh, let me sleep.
Brant, look at me.
Okay.
Brant,
What?
this is not the time for you to die. Talk to me. What fuels the flames of your desire? And I'm using a move called Give Me Fuel, Give Me Fire. When you gaze intensely into someone's eyes, you may ask their player, what fuels the flames of your desire? They'll answer with the truth, even if the character does not know or would otherwise keep this hidden.
I just want to go fishing again.
You know where fish are? Down, Dowser.
Sure. Okay. Listen. I buy it.
And I'm gonna like kind of wrap my arms around him and then just climb up onto his shoulder.
For sure. Coolio.
So what happens?
That doesn't mechanically do anything other than
cool.
I mean, you just spoke your truest desires, so now my hope is that you will be acting towards that now, and I'm using it as sort of an inspiration a little bit.
Gotcha.
But I don't know how you take that. That's just the last move I hadn't used, and the only thing I wanted to do.
And as you plunge to the zenith of this little, you hear a splash.
Sorry.
Please re-roll that.
I know. I rolled earlier I for one of them, but
Please don't re-roll that.
and I'm defying danger, I'm assuming.
I think I'll try.
I imagine you could use some form of dexterity to like position
sure.
your body.
Cool, yeah. So here's what I want to do. Do I pass through like this portal thing and like
With the what was the net total?
Hold on.
Okay.
So, tell me what I'm seeing.
Cool. As you are passing through this portal, it almost seems like it is a stretching motion. Because I picture you almost like with your back to the cart, so you've just thrown your weight against the tilt, get that extra momentum as you kind of hit that curve. You see the flame creeping through this arrow into the barrel. You see it slow, stop, and stretch on forever. As you see, it snaps back, and there's nothing but blank behind it as you hit the ground and start rumbling, and you are in the pocket dimension.
And where is this like barrel or like whatever?
Within arm's reach.
Okay. So like I thunk into the and I grab the barrel and I look to my sister and Hazelnut. And I see this like big crack.
Cool. Pocket has shape-shifted. She almost looks like a cross between your first thought is like a willow with white wood and lots of tendrils down. But upon second glance, you realize she seems like this almost silvery white crystalline material.
Oh, that's weird. And like when I get a look at them, I just like go like, I lift up like the barrel of the dynamite.
Pocket, I think it's time to go.
The crack, and I'm like running forward, and I'm like the crack, and I shove this into the crack that I see. This like blue, like this red, like turning bluish crack, and I want to like jump back and grab my sister and like Hazelnut.
Cool. Give me one last defy danger.
Okay. You wanna aid?
Yes, I do.
I want to defy danger over here real quick. This
What
is
are you
to
doing?
land on your feet as you hear a splash.
From who? Because these dice are fucking cursed.
What are we doing exactly?
What I
Yeah,
see
I don't know
as
either.
your thoughts
Hold on.
of fishing in your mind, you see the broad expanse of your heart's deepest, most intent desire, and you see the broad ocean. And as you plunk through the portal in this void, what this island floating through space in, an ocean emerges beyond the island floating. And this is now
Let's get to the
an
water.
island in the ocean
Let's-
in a
let's-
sunless sky.
Let's get under the water. Whoa. Okay. So that's +1 is 9.
Cool, 9. Just everybody give me a defy danger right now.
Okay. Just to let everybody know
Christ.
what just happened. So I got a +1 from Pocket because she rolled a 10 on an aid, and then I was also having Hazelnut help, so I was getting a +2 from her on getting us out of there. So that was like a +3 on top of the +2 for Dex I was doing for Defy. So I started with like a bonus of 5 automatically. I rolled a 4, so it got us up to a 9. But yeah, that's like everything that happened there.
My Defy danger is 4.
Plus something, please.
Oh,
It'll probably be Dex.
6.
Cool.
5 plus, I figured con, so 1, 6.
Cool.
You know it's got to be strength, so that's a 9.
Cool.
9 from me, dog.
It's a 9 for me, dog.
That's actually that meme in partial German.
Cool. So we've had 2 mixed successes and 2 failures.
Yes.
We're fucked.
Franny, we're failures. Bowser.
We waved by.
This was like the moment in like a video game where you make that final choice to determine which ending you got.
Actually, I cast a spell. Hold on.
Oh, who can't roll in the tree now?
Yeah.
Oh, I know Jonas never rolled.
All right. Okay.
All right.
So that's gonna be a 7. And I'm casting one of my rotes, which is guidance. A symbol of my deity appears before you and gestures towards the direction or course of action that your deity would have you take. So basically, I'm putting our lives in the hands of my deity, and it's a mix. So basically, I draw unwelcome attention and put myself on the spot. GM tells me how. My casting distances me even further from my deity for another -1 ongoing. Or after I cast it, the spell is revoked. So I I'm asking for guidance.
Cool. You have a glimpse in your mind of a bear fishing salmon out of a stream. And you see in your mind's eye the river flowing out from this island and the salmon hopping in it. And there is a river in your mind.
Bloop. And I guess I'm just like hopping in. And I had at least I had Pocket in my arms. Because I, from the previous Defy Danger, so
Cool.
Can I do a roll to see if I can aid that 6 into a 7?
Give me 1 second. We're already fishing a couple extra rolls into a bad situation, but let's see what happened here. So we are rolling Defying Danger.
I failed.
Heavy explosives go off in the face of this mineral-based deity.
Is this...
Tell you what.
Is this fire damage?
It would be fire damage.
Is this like
It's
non-magical
explosive.
heat?
Yeah,
Fire
of
damage,
course
yeah.
it's fire
So
damage.
you just stand there and fucking take it.
Yeah, unless there's any shrapnel, yeah.
There's probably
There's
probably
probably
shrapnel.
shrapnel.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, roll me a d12.
All right. Bowser?
Sam, you had a mixed success.
I
What's
did.
going on there?
Well, I'm unconscious, right?
You came to right before you came through, and it was your mind of fishing in the ocean, which has
Okay.
kind of influenced this pocket dimension to have a now new aquatic element.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was born of your desire.
Gotcha.
Cool. I desire for my fists to get big enough that I can squeeze this crack shut.
There's an explosion right there, you realize, and we're trying to evade that explosion.
Okay, here's what I do then. I desire to be big enough to contain the explosion to myself.
The desire stems from a move that the immolator did.
Oh,
what I'm
okay,
asking you
okay.
is, I would like you to tell me how this mixed success to defy the danger of mineral explosion.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm letting you tell me what happens to Brant.
Sure. Then I think. I mean, like, is Dowser right here?
Dowser's currently being enshrouded in flame, and you can see a few bits of metal going where you're pretty sure he is.
Okay.
And it's not his flame.
I think Brant just, like, closes his eyes.
Cool. Roll me d12.
Okay.
I rolled a 2 on my d12, by the way.
Where's a d12?
Fucker.
So I take that.
Yeah.
10.
Take that damage.
Okay.
Armor piercing.
Wait. Oh no, that's not what I rolled. Okay. Cool.
You've attracted unwanted attention from that mixed success. The remnants of the red stone that was inside Pocket isn't you. Leached from her.
Oh no.
It was a mixed success. Yeah.
And you feel yourself being pulled away by the river.
All right.
Which should be good, hopefully.
I don't think so.
I mean,
Is it?
that's what God told you to do, right?
God told you
God's-
to jump in the river.
God told me to jump in the river.
You asked for guidance.
Am I
Gotcha,
still
jump in
with
the river.
Shade?
I imagine so, unless
Oh, yeah,
we want
'cause
to do
I-
something there.
Well,
Unless we want to act on it, the flow of the water is pulling you back to reality as you know it.
Yeah, I'll just like float. I'll wade in the river.
am I conscious, or am I?
You
still
got
in a
a
trance?
failure on your defy danger. Not only are you conscious, but you have dropped your shapeshifted form. However, you haven't fully reverted. And you're stuck between two forms.
What was my last form? Oh, right,
The Eldritch God.
Right.
Eldritch God.
monster.
You're half Eldritch God, half blind elf druid with an ancient soul, combined in
Okay.
nature.
That's fucking kick ass.
The side of this island, which was where the crack hung in space, has begun to crumble and fall into dust. It's almost like parting the ocean beyond it, as it just kind of washes away into the void as this pocket dimension crumbles. What are we doing?
I'll be honest. I don't really want to go into the river, Dowser.
Yeah, I'm feeling like the river's not the best bet. Okay.
Do you see another way out?
Is there looking around? Is there any other way?
Discern realities.
Okay. Well,
Is there still anything on fire, or is the explosion still dissipating?
It's the explosion has
Now
seemed to have
you help me,
suspended in
dice.
space and
Now you
time,
help me.
I'm gonna
kind
stare-
of trapped permanently.
I'm staring into it.
okay.
Lore of Flame.
I rolled a 10 for discern realities.
And I rolled a 7 for Lore of Flame.
In your heart of hearts, you see a fishing boat.
Okay.
It's behind you, waiting.
Okay.
It's pristine. Pristine in the mussy and covered in barnacle sense, just how you'd like it. And it's waiting to be untied.
Dowser, you seeing the boat?
Dowser! I'm staring into the explosion that's still suspended in midair.
Yeah,
I got a 7 to 9, so I get an impression of something new and interesting about the situation.
Something new and interesting about the situation. Enough damage has been directly dealt to the creature from which this pocket dimension had spawned that this dimension is crumbling. This is an extension of this entity's force of will, but much like this creature contaminated the wills of others, your wills have now contaminated the pocket dimension, and you have a window of opportunity to influence enough to create an opportunity. Like, maybe, summon in a boat.
Gotcha.
I have a question. Is this entity dead, or is it?
Was it ever alive to begin with?
I mean, is it?
Is the threat
it going
eliminated?
to continue to cause problems?
And you have-
It seems more or less destroyed. What was left of the crack is engulfed in frozen flame.
Okay, more or less.
Just
destroyed
ask
or
who's
total-
really in control here, because you have 3 questions you can ask.
That's
You rolled
true.
a 10.
Um.
I mean, that...
Well, I what I want to ask is what is about to happen, and I want to point that towards, is this entity going to remain here to cause problems?
What is about to happen is that this pocket dimension is about to crumble, and all within it will cease to exist.
Cool. Okay.
Cool.
Let's get in the boat.
Dowser.
Okay, and then I start using my hands as paddles to paddle us wherever we're going. I don't know where we're headed, but
You get caught along the tide, and you see Pocket and Shade drifting, carried away by the current.
And
can I pick them up and put them in the boat?
And Hazelnut is like on my body, also like rowing. Like
No, wait.
I'm helping.
That's a cute cat.
I think we should leave them. They are a boat, Dowser.
All right. Whatever.
Hello, neighbors.
I'm just like,
Water neighbors,
Yeah.
Dowser.
and I'll open my eyes a little bit, and it's like my ears are kind of like in the water, and like they come in and out every now and then, like because the water is like moving, so I can kind of hear. Y'all, I'm just like, fuck. Oh, are we dead? Did we die?
That's a really good question. I would also like to know the answer to.
Not yet, but the dimension is crumbling, Dowser.
The darkness is crumbling,
Uh-uh.
and from a singular point in the horizon, it crumbles into light. You smell salt. You hear gulls.
Yeah.
And you float in the ocean.
Fuck
Your
yes. Fuck yes.
Y'all wanna go fishing?
And there's a giant fucking fishing rod hanging on this boat.
Like big enough to use with my hands?
It's your heart's desire, created in a pocket dimension.
Oh, hey Brant, I think I see an adult fish over here.
Brent is like crying, full tears, just like sobbing, like
I'm like catching them and they're going into steam.
I have never been happier.
and he's gonna cast.
Dowser.
And I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen, and all other folks.
So we're dead and stuck in a pocket dimension. Okay.
Sweet.
yeah, this is the bad ending. Cool. No,
This is the
you
mixed
have
ending.
returned.
Yeah.
This is our own ocean. We have gotten.
We're now
we have
back in
escaped
Scorch.
Scorch.
Where the hell? Scorch off
Yeah.
the Isle of Scorch.
All right.
Thank you
Right
all
next to
so
Scorch
much for
City.
joining us for episode, not an episode, Hiatus and Handlebars, baby! Woo! This was an adventure. This
Yeah.
was, I think, the first time for many of us playing Dungeon Roll. Definitely my
Mine.
first time running it.
Definitely
Cool.
mine.
Thank you for being with us. Thank you for watching us. I believe we will return to normal episodes of Hijinks Handlebars August 6th. So we'll have a couple weeks of doing other one-shots. I'll let other people tag on. But my name is Spencer LaBelle. They, them, he, him. I've been the thing for the thing. All right.
I have been Jonas Newhouse, he, him, and I've been playing Dowser today in Dungeon World. You can talk to me about all things fire and otherwise on Twitter at Jonas Newhouse. I'm here every Tuesday for Hijinks and Handlebars, or Hiatus and Handlebars, and most Wednesdays, including tomorrow, on a show that I'm sure Sam will want to talk more about.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Sam Richardson, and I've been playing
Brant, he's got a.
It hurts a lot to do that voice, so I'm not going to do it anymore. You can find me on Twitter at Laggardson, Laggardson. You can also find me right here at the same time tomorrow on Monster of the Week, which is a show that I DM for William and for Jonas, and also for Sam, who is wonderful. They are an amazing cast. Right now, we're in the middle of an arc of arc number 3 called Silky and the Solutions, and this will be session number 2. So if you want to check that out, you can come join us tomorrow, or you can go on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel and find all of the previous episodes in a playlist called Monster of the Week.
I will always be Franny, and I have been playing Bucket. And
Bucket?
I know, now I just want to say Bucket.
Fuck it.
Wait, what else do we say? Oh yeah, you can find me on Instagram at JUST_FRANNIE.
And I'm William, they, them, and I've been playing Shade. And you can find me here every Tuesday night for Hijinks Handlebars, currently Hiatus and Handlebars. It's a continuous long-running campaign. If this is your first episode watching with us, we are usually playing Kids on Bikes, which if this is like Lord of the Rings, then Kids on Bikes is like Stranger Things. So we have like nearly 30 episodes of backlog for that, so you can check that out. It's all in a playlist on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel called Hijinks Handlebars. Just go through it. It's a lot of fun. It's really great. We'll be starting up, like Spencer said, on August 6th. I will also be back here tomorrow for a Monster of the Week, like Sam said. It's super fun. I love that so much. My character Keely is amazing, and we're getting into some like really interesting territory with that show
Super
at the
fun.
moment. And then also, so what will be happening next week is we will be doing Monster Hearts.
Yes, which
for
I
sure.
will be DMing
Cool.
as well. So I have
I'm so
back-to-back
excited.
episodes next week.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of apocalypse stuff right now.
If this is Lord of the Rings, Monster Hearts is like Twilight. With more monsters.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Twilight, but fun.
Yeah, so join us next week for that. That'll be really fun. Again, it'll be a one shot, and then after that, Jonas will be doing D&D 5e, and then after that, I will be GMing the final one before we take a week off at the end of July, and then we come back August 6th to continue the campaign. So in the meantime, please share the show with people. You don't necessarily have to tell them to come watch the one shots. They're going to be fun, and like we're going to be playing different systems. So if you ever, and it's GM'd by different members of the group. So if you were interested in seeing other people who aren't me GM, this is a cool month to do that.
Yeah.
But share this with everyone. Link in the playlist. bit.ly/handle stream. Capital H and a capital S on that. That'll get you right to the playlist of all like 26 plus the 2 bonus episodes that we have. That's the entire story we have so far. It's completely like a beginning, middle, and end. We sort of like wrap that up with a little bit of like a little teaser at the end there. So get people to watch that, get them through it, have them join us August 6th as we start the campaign back up. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. There's some really interesting stuff that's going to happen because of the way that we ended the last season.
Yeah.
So, and also we did promotional photos recently with Pat Graciosi. Is that how you pronounce?
Graziosi.
Yeah.
Graciosi.
Signed PG on Twitter or on YouTube.
Yeah, Sign PG on YouTube. And that we did sort of a collab thing there, and he will be releasing a video about like that portion with us, and then we're gonna have like promotional images and stuff that we'll be sharing probably later this month. So look out for those. Okay, share stuff, watch the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And K. William White.
I'll see you tomorrow,
Twitter
and we'll
Instagram.
see you next week.
Yeah.